It's dark. Is it an eclipse out there? Happy eclipse day, or maybe it wasn't happy for you, but eclipse day today. I hope yours was. Mine was non-eventful. It's cloudy here. It was raining, and I don't live in the zone anyway. I didn't even know it was happening until after the fact. But Chris, did you see it?
Yeah, no, yeah. I have video of it.
Did you look at it with your eyes?
Yeah, I used the phone.
Okay. Oh, you have videos. Well, let's see them.
I have to figure out how I gotta get them to the computer so I could like upload them or something. Let me see what I can do. Dan. I guess I gotta upload them to my channel or something.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Well, whenever you have them, at whatever point, we can show them or share a link or whatever. Because I haven't seen any. I saw the head. I was browsing the news just now, and I saw the headlines, but I haven't looked at any actual footage yet.
I'm looking through my photos. I took a bunch, but it's only showing like 2 right there. They are. Let's see if I can upload this to YouTube.
Okay. Oh, and everyone else, just open panel as usual. Just hop on. The link should be pinned. In other news, the Pope is not approving of the transgender people. He came out with a statement against this. I won't live here for this. That it's let me again, I haven't had time to delve. What I do, and maybe I should get better at this, but I pull the news up like 2 minutes before we go live, and I browse the headlines so they'll be fresh. And I don't really have time to read any of them. I just kind of report on what's going on in the headlines. It literally is headline news. Vatican blasts gender-affirming surgery, surrogacy, and gender theory. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I do need to delve into this more. As affronts to human dignity, and that gender-affirming surgery threatens the unique dignity of a person. So let's see what's behind all this. And remember, this is just the Pope, but still, it might be influential to Catholics or have some influence on some Catholics. So it made me think of that. I guess it's irresponsible for me to say what my opinion is before I've even looked into the thing. So let me do that first. Chris, do you have anything to share yet?
It's uploading right now. It'll be uploading in a second. And Mark, if you're out there, my friend Mark is commenting to me in Discord. Comment in the comments, dude. Like, come join the stream.
Oh yeah, the link is pinned at the top. There's a little blue bar with a link. Just click it. All right, a strong warning against gender theory. What does that even mean? No, save the opinion. Hang on. Let me get through this. Any sex change intervention, this is from CNN, by the way, risks threatening the unique dignity of a person in a new document signed off on and approved by Pope Francis. Dignitas Infinita, infinite dignity, is the title of this declaration. And it focuses on a range of threats to human dignity. I wonder if that's a specifically Catholic concept or Christian concept. I mean, I know it is a secular concept, but not as something this formalized, that he's listing threats specifically against that thing, including poverty, the death penalty, war, assisted dying. I'm kind of against that too, but I need to look more into it. I think in certain circumstances, perhaps abortion, sexual abuse, and the abuse of women. Is there anybody that is not against sexual abuse other than people that are actually engaging in sexual abuse. Like
Right. I know.
every person on the planet that's not a sexual abuser would be against sexual abuse and probably the abuse of women.
I hear the share the screen there, man. It's ready to go.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, what time of day was this?
Just a minute ago.
You're kidding. Wow. Did the cats go wild?
No.
No, but it was like
Chris, this is good footage. Look at that. That's just clouds, that smoky effect.
I guess I don't know. It's just the zoom or whatever.
Look at the double image. Double exposure.
I had to zoom way in, so it's like shit. It's really hard to keep it still because like.
Ooh, God, my eyes are hurting just looking at that. Wow, this is really neat.
This is right as it started to crest the other direction too. Like it's starting to move out of the way the sun's starting to get brighter too.
I looked out the window and I was like, oh, it's a good
Are people? Is anything interesting happening there? Are people partying or standing in the street or?
Texarkana has a full street festival called Celebration.
A what?
With like food trucks and it's mom and dad's shop, and they're setting up booths down the street, on Main Street in Texarkana. I don't know about Dallas, so there's no good.
Well,
I have some interesting pictures too, but I don't really know how to share the pictures as easily. So.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna unshare it in case your course folder is accidentally open or something. Let me figure it out.
I'll stop it.
Unshare. Okay, there you go.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything like that. If there's nothing in there that I'd be embarrassed.
Here's an interesting question that came up the other day with some people. If you say you had a relationship, a partner, whatever, they had their computer, they were like out of the room and they had their computer, their like wallpaper off, so you had access to their desktop, and you see their porn folder like on the desktop, not open, but you see that they have a porn folder, and you see that it's the little icon is on the screen. Would you click it? Would you look at their porn folder or not?
Probably.
I would too. I think that was my answer too. Like there's no way I'm not going to like.
I mean, you know, it's good. It's kind of good to know what your partner's into, right? I mean, how are you going to please your partner if you don't?
Plus, they left their computer open, but at the same time, I would not want it done to me. If they walked into me and did, I would feel so violated and everything. So it was just some interesting insights came out of that discussion because.
I wouldn't feel violated, but I mean, if I have a porn folder on my computer, I like Lindsay has the passwords to all my stuff. Like she can get into my phone, my computer anytime she wants to. So if I have anything on there that I don't want her to see, then like I shouldn't have it on the computer in the first place. So if it's
but you also have the right to store personal private stuff with your computer and technology makes it easy to do that these days, but let's just say for whatever reason they left it open or
I mean, but me and Lindsay are a special case because like we've been together a really long time. I just don't have anything like I wouldn't see the point in hiding things from her, you know, like that. So like that.
I'm kind of like that too. Like if our relationship is that strong, what's the threat of me seeing a porn photo? Like I don't think that they would be as outraged because we have such a level of transparency already that would just be another part of it. But then if you reverse it, I would not have that same perspective.
I don't know. It wouldn't bother me either way. I mean, I don't get that.
Where is the eclipse?
I don't really have a porn folder. I don't use porn really that much. So like it's very.
Lou, just Google Eclipse 2024. That's what I had to do this morning, and they give you a map.
Did you not see the video I just put up, Lou? I can play it again.
Yeah, we can roll it again.
Here, I'll play it one more time for you.
This is Eclipse Day. I remember when we were little, there was a big one like this, and my mom worked at a hospital, so she brought home like blank X-ray paper, and we would stand in the yard and look at it through the the sheets of X-ray paper.
We looked at it like through like we had like a pinhole thing, where we like look at it on like the piece of paper, which is really dumb. Like it's like you don't really see. Yeah, so that's a pretty good. I mean, I got a pretty good video of it cresting the end of it. So it's right. This is like right as it starts to like go the other way, and the lights are coming back. It was pitch black dark whenever we went outside.
How long did it last? Just a few minutes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like this, this is like right, like this video starts right when it started, like right in the middle of it. This is like right dead set in the middle of it, and then.
Oh, she's seeing part of it. She's saying.
Oh, yeah, it depends on where you're in the country.
Yeah, it's like Texas-ish, and then it curves over to. Let me I can show it. Let's see. I googled it this morning. Where's a good one? Where's the one I had this morning? It was really nice. I don't like any of these. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to share. See, this is the U.S. So it's like they say Texas is. In fact, I heard this morning that Texas is completely booked. Like everyone's coming to Texas to see the eclipse. All the hotels and everything are booked up completely.
Apparently here.
And then it cuts over New England, like Maine, like the Midwest, Maine, etc. So if because I have some friends that are in New England that are seeing it.
Huh.
So there it is, and I'm way up here, so I didn't see shit because it's cloudy and raining anyway. Oh yeah, I think it went right over Tennessee. You're under it now? Well, don't look at it with raw eyeballs.
I just use my phone as a.
The poor people used to use trash bags or try to use trash bags. You're not even supposed to do that. I remember the animals would get restless. At the eclipses that I lived through. So that's all we have. Actually, I do have some tweets, backup tweets. But Katie came in the room with me. Oh, what a handy thing to have today. Well, she sounds like a good girlfriend. Oh, that sounds nice, Auntie. Yeah, that's what my mom said, that they were given eclipse glasses everywhere. Like the grocery store, the drugstores, like they were all over the place. I guess it's easier to give the free glasses than deal with the fallout from people trying to look at the eclipse with bare eyes. So that's all we have is the eclipse. I feel like we're all silently looking at it right now, and the transgender thing, because my when I read it, it reminded me a lot of what we went through as gay people, where the transgender people will be facing an extra level of caution, maybe from some Catholics, maybe because of this. And there were things in certain religions that did the same thing toward gay people in my generation and era. And so we were always wary of stuff like that. When somebody came down, it kind of like emboldened or empowered or kind of normalized the hostility toward that group. And I have my own issues with particularly the gender ideology. I still want to read that part of the Declaration, but I think it's unfair of it. I think trans people face enough; they don't deserve an extra layer of it, and that's what this has the potential to give. It has the potential to galvanize the opposition around it, because now they have like some kind of legitimate talking point to reinforce their already distaste for it. And so now I have to keep an eye on that, and I might have to this is base centrism or enlightened centrism, or trying to be, and now I might have to start stepping on the trans side and defending them against any kind of unfair harassment that comes from this. But I want to read more about it, and I want to get Lib's take on it. He's like my go-to trans person now. He's pretty much the only trans person that I know right now. Your birthday on the clock? Like if you're born in February 14th, 214. I didn't even think about that. Everything's digital now. I don't even have like round clocks to look at anymore. Pi. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is cool. That's like the who was it? Was it two presidents? Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King. Somebody. It's two famous historical figures, and they have like so many biographical details in common, very precisely. I forgot who the two people were. I think Abraham Lincoln was one of them. So outside of all that, happy Monday. How did your weekends go? What's going on this week? What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? Et cetera, et cetera. I have some tweets. I guess I could dive into. Oh, yeah. Have you heard of this, Chris? Here's one for the conspiracy theorists. The dead internet theory.
Oh, yeah, that's been around for a while.
I just found out about it this morning. So let me give you a little snapshot. It's an online conspiracy that the internet is now mainly bots and automated generated content. Like it's all computer. Like there's very little actual humans on the internet now. It's a ghost town, and we're like the few humans. But it's what is it, like a Potemkin village? It's creating the illusion that there's this mass, like it's this mass centralization of human activity. And either way, how would you know? It seems the same to me. It feels, but that's why I like the video, like Zoom and live streaming, because I can see in front of me how many people I'm talking to and who they are.
I mean, like on Twitter probably is mostly bots. Like Twitter probably, or X or whatever, it probably is mostly
That's
bots.
what the person that posted this said. He said, "I'm starting to believe in this theory, but only for Twitter."
Yeah. I mean, even Elon Musk basically said as much.
And some of them, of course, accused the government agencies of using the bots to manipulate public, and the date given for it was 2016 or 2017. I don't know. It felt the internet felt pretty active during COVID, more active than any time since. Yeah, it seems like it, although certainly not on this channel. I think it is dead internet here. But no, I at least on my Twitter, all the people I follow are actual people. We've been having conversations for years, and
yeah, I mean, like whenever they say like it's more like a ratio type thing. Like the ratio of bots to humans is probably a lot higher than like people want to know. But like, this doesn't mean there's like no one online. It means there's still millions of people online, but there's just millions of more bots. Is the thing, and like it makes it sound like it makes it sound like a lot worse than it really is. There's still plenty of actual human interaction on the internet. It's just that there's so many bots that it kind of dwarfs the number of actual humans. But I mean, it's it's easy to understand how that could happen because bots can just be like self-replicated, you know.
Hey,
bots
Joe.
Self-replicate.
Auntie's right. She has. I think there is this whole invisible layer of people that are consuming the internet and not interacting with it, that we are not even aware of. We're never going to know who they are, how many they are, but they're out there. Even this stream, I'm sure there's like a silent, hopefully minority, maybe majority, that watches the show that I'm never going to know about because they don't comment. I don't see them. They're just a number. The passive participants. So the only one I'm even going to know about are the ones that actually engage. And it seems like the same amount of people, if not more, are engaging that ever have, even since the AOL days. So to me, it doesn't seem dead. I don't think I have, though, Bess. Hey, Joe. Flo, Joe. Gary Baxter. What's up? Wow. How's y'all's eclipse? Ours too. Yeah, about the same. Okay. Well, and also, what do y'all? Does the Pope's declaration against transgender surgery and gender ideology do anything for your? Does it move the needle on your support for or against transgender people now? Because you're a Spurg.
Move the needle on your
I keep telling you that. You won't face it. You keep siding with the normies, but you are one of us. That is why. That is your answer. It's soothing. Upper echelon. Okay.
Upper Echelon's a good channel. Upper Echelon is a good channel. Like they do some good, he does some really good work on.
Do they have live panels? Can we go talk to them?
No, he just does really in-depth like data analysis stuff.
Oh god.
He used to be a gaming channel, but like he does really in-depth data analysis. Yeah, it's not that exciting, but he talks a lot about the bot networks on Twitter and stuff like that, and he shows it in charts and stuff like that with real data. So it's pretty impressive actually. He used to be against the gaming channel. He used to just like post up video games, and he turned into more of a journalist kind of thing.
That you made that when you were 10 years old with okay, just get out of here. Go. scroll up. Scroll away. Yep, the eclipse shooting at the demon bats flying out of the moon, and it scared the eclipse off. Okay. Well, you are probably in the right place. Okay, let's see. Is it one you think I could play without copyright, Dobes? Let's see how long it is first. God damn ad. Shit. Oh, it's like 20 minutes. I will post the link. There y'all go. That's the link to the documentary Dobes just talked about. Oh. You where were they? Did you have to go hunt for them, or they showed up on your feed? Where does one find NASA puns? Do they put them out like in the morning shows and stuff? The View. My uncle or great uncle worked for NASA. He was an astrophysicist.
My grandfather worked for Ball Aerospace.
For who?
Ball Aerospace.
Oh.
Ball
Oh,
Aerospace.
NASA's live right now. I wonder if NASA would be like fussy about copyright. We could watch.
I doubt it. I'm sure they're like, look at our eclipse. This is the coolest thing.
We're trying to educate. We're trying to help you educate the public. Isn't that your mission? I'm just
right. I would think that would be like, priority number one.
But part of me, a little part of me, the back of my mind, this is why I hesitate. It's like, no, but they're bureaucrats. They're government bureaucrats. So there's a slight little part of me that is not unsympathetic to some of the things I hear, but not to the levels that y'all have it. Right now, it's just a little square of like a reporter talking to somebody and a big black screen with a blue circle.
Entertaining thing NASA has had in how long they did a practice where they tried to simulate what it would be like to have a giant asteroid hit the Earth and how many people would die. That was the last cool NASA thing that happened.
What MoOse, can you give us a couple of puns? What hit us with their best moon pun?
Yes.
I don't even know what a douchey earring is. That a brand? Chris, what's a douchey? What's douchey? Is that a brand name?
I don't know. I don't know what douchey is. I don't know if he means douchey or if douchey is like I have no idea.
It's an earring.
No.
I'm assuming he means douchey like a douchebag.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a brand. It was capitalized. Sorry.
Douchey, yeah.
Had a Spurg moment. Who is the prolific? We have somebody trying to come in. Somebody's at the door.
Oh, it's my friend probably. I just told my friend Jeff. I just told my friend Mark to come on. So. It should be him.
Yeah, I think.
I just gave him the link, so he just linked it. He just clicked it.
Type in the chat. Like message him to type in the chat. Give him like a password or something. I think human, like when you just put random humans together in general for extended periods of time, all that frustration and you have projection transfers, projective identification, etc. comes out. And so I see a lot of that on the stream. And then if people don't do good self-care,
it's him.
Their stress levels get too low where everything starts to affect them, then it becomes a feedback loop. So I see some of that happen. So
it's Mark.
There's that kind of anger. But I think that's just kind of like an artifact of humans interacting. And other than like people like snafu and that pathological, obsessive, I wouldn't even call it anger. It's just like raw drive to disrupt.
It's Mark, and I trust him not to porn bomb me. He's been my friend since I've been like.
Welcome, Prolific, and welcome, Busker.
His name is Mark. I've been friends with Mark since I was like 17.
Oh,
he's like
wow!
My oldest friends. My oldest friends in the world.
So, Chris, you're the first footage of the solar eclipse that I've seen. So, thank you.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see it again, I'll be glad to put it back up.
Yeah, it's cool. Like whatever. It's pretty wild. So it's going all the way over New England and Maine. That's fucking crazy. My friend from Maine, she could check that out.
Who's in charge of the complaint department?
That'll be me. What's going on?
They said the end of the world was today. It didn't happen. What the hell is wrong?
Well, I can give you this form to fill out, and I'll take
Well,
it to the
I mean,
man.
people since the caveman days have been thinking eclipses were the end of the world, dude. I don't think the eclipse is anything to worry about. Like the sun goes behind the clouds every day, and nobody thinks shit about it. So I think we're all right.
Well, it's a compilation of the news masturbating the idea that a bunch of bullshit's going to happen, and they did. That's for a fact, and everybody took that to a different level. So it's partially the news, partially people.
Chuck Provo got a job doing collections now, so there you go.
The hell do you
Good
think?
for him. He's moving up in the world.
Collections or corrections?
Both. Collections. He needs corrections, but it looks like he works for collections.
Go get the bottle from the
What? Okay,
Okay,
how come
what-
two people that have each other blocked are managing to have an entire conversation?
Somebody an intermediary facilitating the conversation for them?
Is it Gary Baxter? Who could it be?
I don't know.
Oh well.
I just
don't get.
got here
I'm
after.
too. It's Monday. Just don't get too crazy with it.
Hey, Chris, you look like you're feeling better
So-
from you were.
I feel like shit, but I am doing better. I haven't coughed any. I have been having the cough today, so I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah, you sound better.
I'm not aching. I'm not aching like I was. Last couple of days I've been aching really bad from the pneumonia and stuff like that, but it's gotten better. So.
Do you take ibuprofen? Are you allowed to, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking ibuprofen and just whatever. In shifts, you take some ibuprofen, you take some Tylenol, and you take
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be actually have pain medication now, but for some reason it takes forever to get a referral for anything. So even though I got approved for the pain referral like a month ago, I still haven't gotten the actual referral.
Are you following up on it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just did earlier actually. I just before the stream.
You have to keep a fire under their heels.
It's the second time I've actually inquired about it, but they're slow getting back to me. So.
Well, Mark, it's really cool to have you here. Tell us about you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm not sure if my mic is working.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's working fine.
Oh, right on.
Chuck looks like an eclipse right now.
I make my own.
The
I
moon.
am the all powerful.
The moon has a big beard.
Not for much longer. I'm about to cut it off. I'm tired of it.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
You're about to cut the beard off, Chuck? I don't know if we can handle that.
That might be traumatizing. Oh no!
I don't know if we're ready for Chuck to lose the beard, man. That's a
Yeah,
big
don't
deal.
lose it. You ever notice that people with big beards, their voices are a little bit different? You notice that?
No.
No.
At verses, I shit you not, when people have long beards, they sound different than when they shave those beards. I shit you not, man. It's something about the weight.
Do it. Can you
never
stream it? Go.
I'm about
Is it gonna hurt us if we see
shave
it
mine. I'm about
live?
to shave mine so we can test that theory out. Here on
Gary,
channel.
we'll do a beard off with you and Chuck on here. If you want.
There you go.
Maybe we could get Buck Angel.
It's starting to get hot.
You got a little scruff there you could shave off on camera.
MoOse is it's hitting where MoOse is right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see
So
any of it.
I still want to hear Mark. I still want to hear that.
Oh, hello there.
Mark, it gets that way.
That's
Thanks
okay.
for your patience.
Bottle.
Is that one of those inflatables?
No, it's not inflatable. Let me go look there. Hold on.
Is it full of something good?
No, it's just everything, and we just found this at a store because I used to say
Is that a thrift haul?
Prolific was going to be my company name a long time ago, and so I bought this because it says Prolific on it, and I have no idea why.
Wait, it was gonna be your company name? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird, doesn't it?
It's like my screen name.
I actually
Now I
think it
know
was
it
just
is
a cool word.
that is kind of a
It's
weird
supposed to
one.
be a bank. It's supposed to be a bank. It's supposed to be a bank. You're supposed to like put money in it, but I just got it just because like you can't really see it on the camera very well, but I just thought it was funny.
Is there any liquid in it?
No, it's
No,
just
it's for change.
it's for change.
Give me your curse.
Okay, yeah. I got tons of change from years of busking. Oh my god.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, I talked to Patty yesterday, and she was like, "Why don't you guys come up and visit me?"
Yeah, you should. We're up in Alaska. If anybody doesn't know that.
Oh wow, are you serious?
No eclipse for me.
I'm in Washington State. Oh yeah, Chris talked about his friend that moved to Alaska.
You're in what? You got some eclipse in Washington, or is it kind of?
No, nothing. Plus it's cloudy.
Yeah.
It's nothing here.
We saw it.
You are all my sunshine.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
we do this show every day at 2 p.m. Central. So
Oh, is that what time it is right now?
it's 2:36 p.m. right here.
Are you on West Coast time, Mark? Is it noon?
I'm on it. Alaska has its own one. It's like just Alaska time. It's pretty weird.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
like
an hour behind Washington, so
11:30
or ahead. I'm an hour off from your Pacific time there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably ahead.
You're 1 hour ahead of me.
It's like you're like 1:30.
Right now it's 11:30.
Oh,
11:36 right here.
I'm ahead.
Yeah. I hate the daylight saving time, by the way. I mean, I'm down with just killing that. It doesn't make sense to us up here.
Some states do. I see a
Are
lot
they?
more about it on social media now. And a lot of people are irritated by it.
I keep hearing there's going to be a petition. I've never seen a pollster, and I've never seen a petition for that.
Oh, like a federal one?
Yeah.
Official one?
Right, but I've never been able to sign up.
There's a
But it's weird
movement
up here because our daylight's really messed up here. You know, like daylight savings time just doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah, I think it's something to revisit.
Yeah, it's dark up there a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're just kind of getting daylight back.
Yeah, fuck. Because, the spring's coming.
Right? It'll be really bright here for the summer, though. It gets really hot. Like 17 hours of just straight sunshine. I was surprised by that. The sunflowers are really big here.
I've got my shaver here. If we want to see if my voice changes if I shave my beard.
Oh yeah, we need.
You gotta grow really big though. I mean, not way big, but big enough that your voice will change.
I need to wait longer though.
What's the longest you've gotten in it?
He looks like Santa.
Yeah, I had some Santa beard at one point.
Cool, man. Do it.
We call that the peak of your life.
All right, so we're kind of both having midlife crisis.
Hey, does anyone know how political poll is done? Do they just call people with landlines? Because I've never talked to a pollster.
Not nowadays. I don't think.
I keep
We
hearing
probably have multiple. Well, let's ask the AI.
Like the political polls that are going
Yeah,
up and down.
I've never once gotten a phone call about a political poll once before my life.
Because it sounds like the only people they're polling are people that would answer polls.
Right. I do think my parents' landline has gotten some before though.
Right.
Yeah, I've gotten some spam polls.
Ooh, it says I'm still learning how to answer this question. In the meantime, try Google search.
Dude,
Ha! That's perfect.
do pollsters even know what they're doing? Like, how are they doing this? I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't trust polling at all, because the people that are polling are the people that still have landlines. Like, who the fuck still has a landline?
That's what I was saying. Like, is that what they're doing? Are they just calling telephone lines?
Dude, they annoyed. Not only that, at my house, I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, and they fucking annoyed me at my fucking house.
Okay, this looks pretty
you've seen it.
complicated.
I
I'll
shit
post
you
it.
not. I told him I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, I remember being a Nielsen family, and
I
then they
feel like
send you
that's
$2,
99% of
or
people
they
just
did
don't
in
want to
back in my era. Flo, you don't know what I trust. It depends on the poll. You have to, like Steve said the other day, you have to know how to read a study. It depends on the methodology, the polling. It's not a like universal.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I
you
guess
know
so.
what? You could come on and fight about it if you want. People that I'm one of those people. And some of the types, I think, one of the things I notice, and I want to have this conversation with Lib at some point. We tried the other day. Is I think a lot of what used to be called gay when I was growing up is now being recategorized as trans, and not the like new when you were 3 years old medical surgery type, but they're still calling it trans.
We called it
forgot where
cross-dressing.
I lost my train of thought because let's see.
Trans
Dobez,
is
I did. It's on my
cross-dressing.
stream. I took the the Big Five test from Jordan Peterson Sites live, and I got a 12 in politeness out of 100.
Oh,
Is that good
And
or bad?
I can look up the
Rude.
other numbers for you.
I did that same. Yeah, I did that test, the Big Five.
That's
Did
why
it.
when people tell me how nice I am and polite everything, it always surprises me. It catches me off guard. I don't think of myself as all that
You tell them
agreeable.
to fuck off, and that breaks their little worldview for a second. Well, that doesn't seem polite at all.
Psychology is for the dimwits anyway.
I like that test. I would encourage anybody to take that, though. It gave me some insight on like, because I found out I was an asshole too from taking that. I was like, oh,
Well,
shit.
hell, I didn't need a test for that.
It's pretty obvious to some people, but I was like, man, I
Yeah.
really am a fucking dick.
I'm the nicest asshole you ever want to meet.
Chuck definitely
It's
is.
called understandmyself.com if anybody wants to go
Yeah.
try to take it. Agreeableness was 54, and then they have the two like subdomains they divided into, and one of them was politeness, which I scored very low on. And the other one was
Where does bootlicker fall in?
compassion. My compassion was high. It was 88. That was one of my highest scores, but my politeness was low. And those are the two subdomains of agreeableness. And so together that gave me a 54.
I was going to say, how can you be compassionate but not likable?
I don't even think I was
That
way
don't
more
make no
compassionate
sense.
when I was younger than I am now. I don't know.
Well, it's about
maybe
that
I broke their test. That happens sometimes too.
It's like if you care about somebody's well-being, you're not going to spoil them. You're going to tell them to get off their ass, and you're going to help them that way. You're compassionate about what's really going to work, but you're not.
I put the shopping carts away.
Hey, that's conscientiousness. Then that's on that test too, right?
I did. I was surprised at my conscientiousness because it seems consciousness is weird because it seems low. Like if you look at my life, you're like, this person has no consciousness. But if you look at the individual subfacets, I'm really high in several of them. It's just a few of them that I'm low in, like orderliness and.
I was an entrepreneur when I was in my early teens. I used to go up to these shopping centers and make them a deal to fix their shopping carts. They were more than happy to have somebody fix their carts at that time.
You make pretty good buck at that.
For a kid, it wasn't bad.
All right, 19. That's pretty good.
I was able to buy a bicycle and some other stuff.
Yeah, pretty sleepy day here, I guess. Everybody seems pretty sleepy.
Well, that's because the moon went away and came back, threw everybody off.
Yeah, the sun went away and came back. It
Oh, that too, yeah.
He's not a Provo is like a, what do you call yourself, Provo? Like a cultural or you're like your own brand of Mormonism.
Thought you was gonna call him a moron. Because you stuttered on the word.
I don't think he's a moron.
He's muted. Hopefully, you're not talking.
Yeah, somebody's mic is crackling or popping. Low mood. Is that is mood neuroticism? I scored low in that too.
Low neuroticism. That's probably pretty good. Did you take this one, Chris?
What, that test?
Yeah, the Jordan Peterson.
I think I took it a long time ago, but I don't remember much about what my results were now. I need to take it again.
You got to pay something, but it's worth it. It's not too much.
Yeah, or sometimes people can give you vouchers to take the free version.
Yeah,
you can usually find some of those somewhere.
The man's got enough money. I ain't paying him nothing.
I don't either. I don't. If I can get it for free,
I took a free version of it at some point, but I know I'm high. I know that I'm high in conscientiousness and I'm low in agreeableness.
You're high in conscientiousness
Yes.
and low in agreeable. Wait, I have to do a head flip on both of those.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I'm actually the same. Yeah,
I think,
not to agree with you too much.
I think being an outlier, I don't know if any of us are going to be fully captured by that test.
Yeah.
You're trolling Chuck today of all people.
I do put the shopping carts back too, so I mean, I definitely have that. You know,
Chuck, you have your own personal troll now.
Oh, he hasn't liked me for a long time.
Oh,
I don't lose no sleep over it.
When I don't like someone, I just stay away from. I don't even want to be around them. He goes and seeks them out and takes time out of his day to go find them and interact with them. Yeah, if you don't seem neurotic, but you are moody, I will tell you that.
Because he has no empathy.
He has cognitive empathy, which a lot of sociopaths can have.
You think Flo's got cognitive empathy?
Mm-hmm. I do. In some area. I mean, it's not. Nobody has 100% perfect cognitive empathy in all areas, but yeah, I've seen it from him, and there's like little flickerings of emotional empathy, like real empathy, human empathy.
So the only time I've seen him get emotional is when he's mad. That's the only time I've seen him get emotional.
But everybody is emotional when they're mad. I mean, madness, anger is an emotion.
So I got to say, I was messaging Chris and I was like, hey man, should I get a synthesizer? And I was talking about it. He's like, hey, join the show. I've never seen StreamYard.com, but I realized there's a chat here. So how many people are listening to this?
Oh, right now, currently. Okay, yeah, there's the public comments. I don't know if you know this, but the whole world could see right now. There are 15 people watching on YouTube, and there are 7 people watching on Twitter. So 22 currently. But then people watch, believe it or not, people will go back and watch this later if they don't catch it live.
Yeah.
So that number usually goes up.
Yeah.
Is there a topic?
We've been together almost 17 years, 18 years.
What did she say?
Lindsay pointed out that we've been together almost 18 years.
Oh, damn.
I'm here to smother you guys in empathy.
Smother away. I'm doing some coffee.
I know, it's all squishy and sticky.
It's that warm empathy.
Well, don't get none of it on us now.
Don't worry, I was just kidding.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just hear you guys talking about the big five, sort of my wheelhouse. I like personality shit.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. The big five and hang on, shit. What's the other one? Oh, Enneagram.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All good shit.
Has it grown? I hope. Who seemed to...
And I wanted to come up here so I could read what Auntie Dira says about me.
You have her blocked? What's going on with y'all?
No, I don't have her blocked. I don't even know her.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being disagreeable and antagonistic.
Yeah, I can see why a lot of people would find you disagreeable.
I mean, it's if you trust those tests, it's scientific.
I
They
don't
scored me
necessarily
in the
trust the
1% most
scientists
disagreeable
of it.
people. Actually, that was my strongest score on
What was
that
your
dichotomy.
score?
I scored in the first percentile of most disagreeable people. That was my most extreme dichotomy. Was the disagreeable agreeable scale. I was not agreeable. I was fairly open. I was fairly conscientious. I was not neurotic. What's the other? I'm missing one.
Extroversion, introversion.
Extrovert. Yeah, I was fairly extroverted, but less extroverted than I would have expected.
That was my highest one. I know people way more disagreeable than you, and so for a disagreeable person, you're not that disagreeable.
Talcott.
Talcott's pretty good. That's neuroticism. Those little spikes
Talcott.
of spikes
No,
of
Do we
emotion.
always have to bring Talcott up? I mean, Talcott. I mean, can't we just leave
Well,
Talcott?
Chuck,
friendly.
There was an example. I was just using an example. I
He's
wasn't
friendly,
picking
but
on him.
if you disagree with him, that dude is an immovable object.
That's the neuroticism.
Yeah.
He tried to psychoanalyze me one day.
Can't be
Uh-oh.
done. You're too complex of a being.
Shit.
Yeah, so Mark, welcome to the Panelverse. This is the Panelverse. Like, look, Flow State, he does his own show. A couple other people that come on here do their own shows and stuff like that. And we all kind of like go to each other's shows and hang out and talk about different things. Like this show itself is like the show where almost all the creators of their shows end up coming to chill out like they used to. We used to have the Machine Lies
green room
around the corner and stuff, but.
Okay, so it's a little hangout.
We're
Yeah,
community
it's like a
drop-ins.
hangout, like we do like once a day. We just kind of hang out and chill out and stuff. But the Panelverse has its own lore, and there's all this drama that you have to like actually pay attention to keep up with it. I don't, but still.
But believe it or not, there's it's the conversation that keeps us coming here. There's very stimulating conversation about.
It is
Yeah,
actually kind of an
right.
interesting, chill little corner of YouTube that you have here. Like, you have a very small channel for how big of content creators you have hang up here regularly.
Yeah.
Wait,
we
what?
do.
I'm like you have a lot bigger channels come here to hang out very regularly for the size of your channel. So I don't know if that's frustrating to you because you're not bigger like you think you should be, or
I don't even notice like who hangs out here that's big.
I think of us. I think
Joe Cool is our biggest.
Joe Cool's massive. I'm 10
Yeah,
times.
but
I'm over
but
10
that's
when
times
he's
a
hanging
new-
out here, I never think. Oh, that's
like,
Joe Cool.
I'm
Joe-
over 10 times
Joe
bigger
Cool
than you.
is
The
a
Machine
niche.
Lies is probably 5 times bigger than you. Or I mean,
yeah,
like,
but you're still bottom of YouTube with your
well,
numbers.
yeah.
I think of it. I think of it. I
I'm
think of
not
it
a
like
numbers person.
I really think of it as
have
a
my own
compliment. I think of us as like
subjective read on-
we're like there's those bands that other bands listen to, but the public doesn't know about. That's how I think of our stream.
Like the Velvet
We're like the
Underground.
stream that
If
the
you look
streamers
at
know about. but-
look at me, Talcott, Z, like a lot of the panels that people hop to, we all sort of move in tandem to an extent, right? I don't know. I guess I don't remember what
How does a community this chaotic
Provo's
and
bigger,
disorganized manage to move in tandem?
Because it's all the same people.
Yeah, you grow. If I grow, people new viewers to my channel.
Oh,
hear
I
about
see. Yeah,
Z,
the growth
right?
losing. Yeah. Well, hook me up. I'll do part of it.
Hey,
I want
I
to be
told
part
you
of
how
the
to get
tandem.
more. I told you how to get more subs. I kind of like it. It's kind of a chill over here.
Yeah, I do too. I'm happy with the only thing I wish we'd monetize because that would be very helpful. But outside of that, I'm happy with the pace of the organic.
Well, you
we
gotta
can
show
always
more
we can
skin.
always put up GoFundMe links or something like that. If we really want to be if the people that would really like monetize us, we wouldn't make money much from like the ads on Twitter. I mean on YouTube. Like we would probably do better. Like,
It's
I
just
make
to
less
keep me
than
and Chris
1%
off
of
the
my revenue
street
off the ads.
and-
The ads ain't
and,
shit.
like, a case of ramen and a roof over our head so we can keep this going.
The man with a case of ramen amongst poor people, amongst the starving, is a rich man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me and Mark know from old experience. You can make a case of ramen last a long time, can't we, Mark?
Oh yeah, don't remind me.
My roommate in college, his dad owned a chain of supermarkets, and so we had like walls of ramen. One whole wall of our dorm room was stacks and stacks of ramen cases that his dad kept giving him.
You know, a little peanut butter and some ramen. Get a little Thai flavors going on.
That actually does not sound good at all.
It would have to be
I
a
know,
very
it sounds
little.
awful.
It sounds
I
awful, but
actually
it
don't
works.
eat ramen.
It
I'm
works.
just-
It
I mean,
makes
I
it-
know that I'm not the only one who's made egg drop ramen though.
Yes,
Yep.
dude. Right? You
There
gotta,
you go.
You
get
just
a
crack an
little
egg in
mileage
it.
out
You just crack an egg in that bitch.
of it.
Give it a little pizzazz.
Yep. Man, it was crazy. I was outside shooting at the bat demons flying out of the moon during the eclipse earlier.
Is in a video game or
No,
in
just
your
out in the
brain,
front
in your
yard
dream?
with a 45 and a 9.
This was a dream.
No, I was actually still asleep. I was asleep. Katie comes, wakes me up. She's like, "Here's your food. Here, put this on." She throws my welding mask at me.
The bat demons were in your dream.
No, I was just kidding about the bat demons. There were no bat demons actually flying
you
out
were
of the
just
eclipse.
being poetic.
Just the Mothman.
Just one big Mothman.
Well, I mean, Mothman must have been around recently with that bridge collapse. So, you know.
I was gonna say, dude, the bridge collapse. That's what the Mothman's all about. Did
Yeah,
you guys
that
see
was-
the movie, The Mothman? We made fun of this movie a long time ago, The Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah.
It's like the guy's haunting the whole town, and then all it was like this small bridge fell down, and like,
Well, they got a museum set up for that dude, the
yeah,
Mothman.
The creepiest
Somewhere
thing about
was
him was the whole Indrid Cold part, like the fact that he gave himself a name and it was Indrid Cold. That's just like one of the creepiest sounding names of all time.
dude, that's a different conspiracy theory, man. That's like
I
supposed
know,
to be
but the movie mixes them together. Remember in the movie?
Oh yeah,
the
they
movie,
fucked that up.
The movie fucked it up and it actually has him say his name, but it's actually a different conspiracy theory completely.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend and my daughter are indiscriminate horror fans.
Oh god.
Or
Your daughters are?
Horror.
oh, okay.
Not like you.
Horror fan.
I'm not into
Chuck,
that.
if you cut your beard off, I don't know if we can still be friends.
Oh, that's okay.
He's gonna sound.
It would be the Chuckpocalypse.
It might be.
Does your voice get higher or lower if you cut your beard off?
Supposedly higher.
I'm not sure.
I shit today.
Because
you know, notice that he's
it's like
difference in my voice.
Samson with his hair. You know, you cut the beard off, you lose part of your manliness.
Yeah.
You know, you lose
Testosterone goes out the window.
I think it
true.
gets
Testosterone goes
it
down.
goes a little lower. I think because of the weight on your face.
Pulling
have a
on the
scientific
vocal
theory.
cord.
I
There
thought
we
the
go.
the beard hair created like an echo chamber and it just resonated it deeper.
That makes sense to science for sure. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I think the
We have
science
two
bears it out.
conflicting scientific theories.
Dude, talking about Samson though, why would he not just break up with that chick? Right? You've tried 3 times.
Some fire.
3 times you asked me, and 3 times you betrayed me, or whatever it was. Twice maybe. Keeps on
Man,
asking.
she must have been all kinds of hella hot, you know.
It doesn't even say, right?
I mean, can't we all ask that about ourselves when we were with some crazy chick? Like,
I
Yeah, you're
can't.
right about that.
you well, or you know, like,
But I
your
can modify
family
the
doesn't
question.
get
What
it,
is
your family's like, why don't you get rid of this woman? And you're like, I don't know. She keeps cutting my hair, but
But she sucks that dick really good. I don't know, man.
you can suck a softball through a straw.
Auntie, you want to go smoke break?
Yeah,
I won't say
you
anything
guys
else.
are headed.
I'll
to
keep
the
it
toilet.
PG-13. Sorry.
What was I missed the question though. What was it?
I thought this was an unsafe space.
It is. What's the question? You
Oh,
said
about
everybody
Samson?
asked that of themselves.
Yeah, we should. I think that's the true lesson with Samson. Like, just break up. All right? Stay alive.
No, you got to go get chained up in the Coliseum and then bring the walls down upon
Yeah,
on top
fucking-
of you. Yeah.
Push the pillars
Bill,
down
you're
on
very
top of yourself.
good.
That's
I like this little
so
game we're
dramatic.
playing. I'm tempted to highlight this last one. It's that we were talking about free will. It's that like I go to hit the button and then I second guess, but somehow my brain already knows whether I'm going to highlight the comment or not. I'm just rationalizing what's already been decided. And it feels like in my body, it's decided to highlight it, but look at me still not highlighting it. Do I have the will? I'm not going to highlight it. Look at free will just happened.
Ooh,
I talked
free
myself
will.
out of following the choice that my body had already made.
Which
You're-
comment were you going to highlight? I have no idea what's going on. Like,
You're gonna have to go
me
back.
and Joe were in the comments with the
oh, okay.
conversation thread going on.
You're gonna have to go back and get re-educated, camp. Be reprogrammed, Jeff.
Yeah, I feel like because everyone keeps talking about this programming, and I'm not. They can't show it to
I
me. I'm
think
not
they're
aware of it.
using
So
it
I
out
think
of
I
context.
failed to get programmed, and I wonder if there's a way to get that programming I'm supposed to have, so that I can
I
be
got
on
a
the same
solution
page
for
as
you.
everybody else.
You go
Can
Harvey
you
Dent
program
style,
somebody
like
at this
Facebook.
late of the stage of
You
the
should just
game?
flip a coin, and then destiny has proven itself, and you don't have to worry about free will.
I had a friend that did the dice rolling
Yeah,
thing. He was a dicer.
to make decisions.
Every decision he made, he carried around dice, and like what to order off the
Are
menu,
you serious?
what
What's
way
his
to
name,
turn
Harvey
when he's
Dent?
walking down the street, everything. He
I wonder if
let
that
the
unlocks a
dice
little bit
decide.
of mental bandwidth for you, right? If there's 6 things on a menu and you roll a d6, you don't really get that little exhaustion from having to choose all the time. I might actually. I'm gonna
No,
write that
that's
down.
that analysis paralysis.
Exactly.
But what,
You
if,
get that.
but what if you're at Cheesecake Factory?
Then flip a coin, right? Yes or no?
But I mean, but there's like 1,000 things on the menu there. I'm saying, like, how do you even like?
Oh,
Well, I don't eat
You'd
cheesecake.
be
so
there
that
all
wipes out
night
the
rolling.
problem.
You
You don't
studied
eat
that.
cheesecake?
80 of them. No,
What the
Cheesecake
fuck's
is
wrong
gross.
with you?
I don't eat sweets, but I especially don't. I don't like that cheesy, like sour.
Oh my
curdled,
god!
rotten taste. Speaking of rotten, Chuck, were you aware that you were a rotter?
What the hell is that?
Okay,
I have no
he's,
idea.
He's not aware, but I told him now, so I don't have to highlight
Provo's
it.
been talking shit about me too, Provo, and I've heard all about your shit talking. So like, whatever, man. You want to come at me, bro? No, I don't give a shit.
Provo's got the politest brand of shit talking. Sometimes though, it's almost like he's gaslighting you.
Yeah,
I heard he was on Live. I heard he was on not Live. He was on iFi's show, like talking shit about.
iFi has a show now because nobody
what
else
you told
wants them
me.
on their panels.
But you told me.
Well, they got porn.
Oh no,
bombs.
iFi has a channel that he restreams content from other people's shows that he's on, but
Right.
he doesn't have an actual
Oh,
show
okay.
that he hosts.
Well, he started one, but then he got porn bombed.
That was quick.
Yeah.
I've never been porn bomb. Like,
I'm a weirdo, and I know why. I'm a weirdo. Why? But you said it was because I had my daughter on my stream with me, my little baby. Because she just gets really happy and likes to say hi to Jeff and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
weirdo.
that was a big no-no that I lived by when I was broadcasting. No kitty on screen.
Well, I disagree.
my
I,
kid,
Are
it's,
you
not,
high
it's,
in
not, it's not like she was naked or something or something weird. Like, she would just come on there and just say, she'd smile at everybody and say hi.
who?
My daughter,
his little baby.
my 1-year-old.
My daughter is almost 14. She doesn't want shit to do with this.
Yeah,
She's
my
smart.
16-year-old doesn't want anything to do with it. Do with it either. So it's okay.
I'm like, sweetie, are you proud when you say that your dad's a YouTuber to people? She's like, I don't say that.
That's not clout with that generation. I thought she'd be.
What she doesn't want is she doesn't want her friends starting then to follow me.
I don't blame her. I think she has good instinct. Speaking of, that was my very first thought. There's people I don't even want.
Being a
See
YouTuber
myself.
is for old people now anyway. Like, the thing would be now is a TikToker anyway.
It's TikTok,
so, like,
yeah.
yeah.
And by old people, you mean millennials and Gen Zs.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
But when I told, like,
We're the old people on the YouTube.
Like,
and
there's
as
no
opposed-
platform for our generation. We're kind of
I think Gen X is
Hustling
the
in on
big platform.
theirs.
Yeah.
When I told my my brother, like my parents, that I was doing this mostly for income now, they're like, "That's so cool." It took me a minute. I had to tell them I'm like, it's not like I upload videos. It's more like a live call-in radio show. Then they kind of got it.
Of the Howard Stern variety.
Well, I've told my mom she's not allowed to watch or comment. I think she's fine with that.
my parents know I do this show, but they've never gone out of the way to ask like when it was or anything like that. So I've never gone out of the way to tell them like.
Well, the older generation don't believe in this form of communication.
But see, but Chuck, like
streams.
But so, like your generation, if I said to you, I'm a YouTuber, or if I said to you, I have a call-in radio show, right? Those two things land completely different. I found, like with my parents.
What if you said you had a podcast? What would that be?
I don't know. I don't say that because I feel like that's tacky. I just say I've got a YouTube channel, and then when people are like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "It's a live panel. It's like a radio call-in show." Once I explain that it's sort of an open form live call-in show, then everybody can kind of get on board with it.
MoOse.
Big MoOse bringing the improved
Big
production
MoOse.
quality lately. Looking
What
like a
up,
true
what
producer.
What's going
Is it
on,
over?
MoOse? My main man.
Oh no, he's
Get there,
wearing the
Maine.
D hat.
See, isn't his shit crisp?
That's why he's in Maine. So that's why he's my main man. Yeah. My main man.
They got that
Oh,
sort of
man.
internet down there in Mexico?
Mexico.
He's not in
I'm
Mexico now.
Mexico.
Oh, where are you now?
In the path of totality.
Right on. Did you hear about the
speaking of
coming
shaking off the
apocalypse?
beard. Yeah, he just made his cross-country journey back up to Maine.
Dude,
Lib just told me he's in
Calcott
Texas.
did him dirty yesterday.
What?
Lib just told me he is in Texas. He's in Dallas right now. I'm gonna see
What
what-
happened?
Calcott
sorry.
kept
Why do y'all
moving up
keep
for the
going on his
entire
stream?
stream until he got like another panelist or two up, and then the next time MoOse tried to talk, Talcott's like, "You've been one of the problems in my life," and he hits the eject button.
Well, all he did was say praise God at the wrong time.
I know.
Praise God.
That's all you said?
That's all I
Yep.
said.
And he booted, he ejected you? Why do y'all keep going on his show?
Yeah, but to be fair, when he put me in the back room, I put up a big old long picture, and when I say big old long, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He told us,
Oh,
MoOse.
he got so mad. He manned me. Man, man.
Shit.
I actually turned it
Oh.
off after he kicked MoOse. I was like, "That's fucked up." How's he gonna do MoOse like that? Keep him up just for company, and then the minute he gets somebody better, just be like, "You're out of here."
Always.
Well, that's because
So
Terrence was
Provo,
up there feeding the negativity, telling him how bad MoOse was.
Provo's sitting here saying that I'm got a creep laugh and I'm creepy and unsettling, but he says that Jack is great though. Okay, so like
Oh.
I think
Provo's
we all agree.
also looking at
See
Jack
how
from a
good of a troll he is?
Provo's also looking at Jack from a producer standpoint, and Provo actually has some good points about Jack, for sure.
Well, it looks like I'm about to go out and meet Lib here in a minute, so I'll try to stream that.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah,
flew
when
to
you do that, be
Dallas.
like- when
Hey,
you
what
meet
are you-
Lib,
oh,
be
that's
like,
right, he's in
"Holy
Dallas.
fuck,
Y'all
you've
gonna
got a
try to
lot of
get
body
together?
hair."
Wait, you're actually gonna go meet Libby?
I'm gonna go meet Lib in real life.
Today? Right
He's
now?
Real
right here in
life.
Irving, yeah. He's right here in Irving. He came in for the clip.
Are you guys doing like one of those like grinder meetups, or is it? I
He's
have
gonna
to
do
be
a-
clear. He's got like an open relationship house.
know.
He's gonna do a body shave on Chris.
Were you
You could join
was
the
you and Chuck's the
polycule.
grinder meetup?
Imagine
You gotta
that.
have a high
Add me
pitched
in
voice
there, and there's
activation.
6 dudes. I mean, where's the fun there?
Wow. Okay. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, you sick fucks?
Who said that? Was
Praise
that
God.
Provo
What's on
that
your
said that?
mind?
Or was that Denizen?
Damn.
How's it going? I just thought I'd drop in and hang out with you guys for a minute. Be a panel parasite like Chuck.
Yeah, when did that start? What's the thing with you and Chuck?
Oh, the thing with
He
me and
loves
Chuck, I just
me.
don't like Chuck. He's an angry old fuck. I don't like
He's
angry old
angry.
fucks.
Chuck is the most chilled out fellow. How
I
do you
don't
get
want that
anger?
for you. He's
Oh,
angry.
how is
Provo
Chuck
calls
angry?
it.
Dude doesn't move more than 10 feet in a fucking day. Of course he's angry. He hates his life.
Well, I don't infer.
Really? Wow.
Look at it. Look at him. Dude,
Amazing.
turn on your camera, Chuck. Let everybody see your background for the next 24 hours.
That's fucked up.
Don't talk shit on the shower curtain.
This is a nice
I'm
shower
not
curtain.
into-
You're right. Nah, but who else am I going to? Hey, Chris, you're a sick fuck too. I don't like how you put your kid on the screen. I think that shit's disgusting. I'll say it to your face, dude.
Whoa.
Okay,
That's
well,
creepy
you're
as
being
fuck, dude. It's some of the
provocative.
weirdest
everyone
shit I've
has
ever
opinions how to
fucking
raise other people's kids.
Provo's coming in hot.
seen. Coming in hot, dude. Just making that conflict
Why
content.
can't we
for
just
you.
Why
make
are
fun
you
of
here,
Jeff
then?
for being a brainwashed normie like you?
Wait, who's the fucking loser who asked why I'm here? Who's that fuck?
You can just answer the question.
You can tell me who the fuck you are, you piece of shit.
Don't tell him.
Whoa.
Sounds angry.
Watch the stream and you know.
I don't watch that
sound-
part of the stream. Who's this loser? Who's talking to me?
OldJoe,
You sound
this is how
upset.
I get girls on my panel. I just be nice to them.
You
Keep
sound
the
like a
angry
pussy.
incel energy off.
Why do the lifestyles of the people on the panel upset you so much?
Why? Because I like it. I like being upset. It makes me feel alive.
That's the only
okay, so
emotion
you're
that
dead
makes you
inside.
feel alive, or
You're
that-
not able to get any positive attention, so you seek negative attention. I understand.
No, I get positive attention all the time, but negative
sound
attention
like
is
it.
way funner online. You should know that.
What? Wait, say it again.
Negative attention is way funner online than
Well, I know,
positive
but
attention.
I really want to know that. I'm serious about this. Is that the only emotion that makes you feel alive, or do you have other emotions that you can feel alive from?
Yeah, you mean off YouTube?
Or, yeah, just in general, like in life.
Yeah, my life's
I'm
great off
like
YouTube.
from one
I'm a
autistic
fucking
person
Buddha.
to another.
I'm a fucking
trying to
Buddha
learn.
as soon as I get off YouTube. I'm
what?
chill as fuck.
Okay.
So you're just kind of like a closet psycho.
From one autistic. Jeff, do
So
you
you're here
feel
for
other
that
emotions?
particular emotion here that gives you that whatever that hit is from that emotion. You get that from the panels.
Well, yeah, it's also fun to make conflict content. And if you're nice to people online, they don't really pay attention to you. But if you talk shit to them, they'll pay attention to you. Like, look at Chris. I talked
I've
shit on
seen-
Chris, dude. I've been in Chris's mind for how many days since he saw me on iFi, dude. I'm just occupying that dude's real estate.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't see it. Jeff
Oh,
told
you
me
just
about
heard
it.
about
Never-
it. You
I've
just
never
been
heard
thinking
Chris
about
talk.
it.
He never talks about you.
Whatever. Hey, so was it Denizen? He's the loser I've seen on a few other panels.
You'd
I know
like
who
him.
that
I
guy
think
is.
you and Denizen would get along. Actually, have you met Denizen?
No, it sounds like a fucking loser though.
You're really
think
making
you'd
it
like
hard
him.
for him to have conflict content, Jeff.
Oh,
Hey, well, I just got to
the
the store. I just thought
peacemaker.
I'd hop on, stir the pot a little bit. And hey, Chuck, fuck you. You're the only reason I'm not voting for Trump. Because if someone likes you vote for Trump, you got to be a fucking retard.
Kisses
So,
and hugs.
I'm voting for Biden. I hate Biden, but because I hate you more, I'm voting for Biden. God
Awesome.
bless. I'm out.
Because you hate Chuck
Awesome.
more, you're gonna vote for Biden.
I'm sorry people are not nicer to Provo, but I have seen nice people be treated well here. So like you don't have to use the strategy you claim to have to use to get hurt.
He
So-
does.
well, he may have to, but
Yeah.
if he and he's welcome here, but if he wants to experiment with maybe being nice and seeing what reception that gets here.
If you take him at his word, best case scenario, he gets more pleasure from negative
Yeah.
attention than he does from positive.
And I have no problem.
I
with it.
would
He-
suspect
he
that has
seems like
something to
he's
do with
very
the
aware-
inability to get positive attention in his childhood and the rest of his life.
Spiked with pain.
But even if that's not correct, and you take him 100% at his word, he's just a psychopath.
He's histrionic.
He's being on the spectrum though. I'm very cautious about those kind of.
Those kind of labels.
Well, he derives pleasure from
Very
negativity.
cautious about saying people have little splashes of cognitive empathy.
Joe, you are quite the challenge. I never know how to. how to. Your irony defeats me sometimes. Tennessee jackalope. Is that a is that a weed, a strain?
That's a jab at me.
Oh, are you the Tennessee jackalope?
Yeah.
That's a good name for you. I can see that. But
Hey,
it's
that's
a
a
cool
good
one
one.
though. I would like being known as a jackalope.
That's
Because
a
you're
good
gay.
No, what does gay have to do with jack? I had a jackalope when I was a kid.
There's
It's
nothing
low-hanging
gay about
fruit.
a jackalope.
Jackalope is the gayest animal. Everybody knows that.
Gayest
I
animal.
never
No, that's a
said- that's-
unicorn,
I-
flow state.
You are teaching me
Unicorns are
something
pretty
about
gay,
gay
but
that I have never
jackalopes-
known before. You are educating me about my own.
I'm being a
Sexuality.
pig.
Well,
eating
white
ice
Because I
cream.
make it up on the
bunnies are
fly.
pretty fierce too. That's Joe Cool. White bunnies are pretty fierce.
Oh yeah, I gotta make that short.
Tripping.
MoOse, did you get to see the eclipse?
Not really, because I don't have eclipse glasses.
Oh,
But I gotta get some
like
stuff
it
out
was
of the truck.
happening, you
I'll
just
be back.
couldn't look directly at it.
Got shit to do, people to please. I'll be right back.
All right. It looks
Type
like
a one in the
MoOse
chat if you
looking
think
at it
MoOse
right
has
now.
things to do.
No, you're not, Provo. And yeah, I don't think you ruined his day.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah,
We
Provo,
know what trolls
I'm
are
gonna
about.
pack
We
the
know
biggest
trolls
bong
are
rip
about.
right now, and I'm gonna dedicate it to you.
I'm coordinating with Liv about when we're meeting.
Oh
up.
wait, we have a bong rip dedication. Hang on.
Dedicated to you.
Let me,
I'll be back.
To who?
I'll join you with my
Provo
ball.
kid.
Okay, this is for you, Provo.
I think Provo Kid is the Dr. Jekyll to Toilet Bowl Earth's Mr. Hyde. They sound way too much alike.
I wonder if it's because of the autism, but I see. It's not that I see him differently. I see what y'all are talking about, but I see it in a larger. Or there's other elements I can add to it to fill in the picture, and I notice the same thing with people like Lanza too, and even Tommy in a sense.
I think Tommy's autistic.
Oh, he certainly did. That's almost
Like all of my fights with Tommy are
90%.
because he didn't catch the social or the context or the nuance I said something with.
That's because Tommy's inbred.
the autism, the spectrum. Like I interpret you differently than a lot of people do because I get some of the processes behind your thinking.
But are
I
those two
a
things?
lot of other spurgs on these panels. Like they come off one way to certain people, and they have to have strategies for navigating through those people. But I kind of see what's going on behind the scenes of that because I do it myself from having done
With
it
who?
myself. Provo,
Is
Lanza.
Wait, did I
Tommy.
ask? Am I autistic?
Okay, here's my conception of it. Neurodivergence and ADHD falls under that. Autism falls under that.
was there no such thing as a fucking asshole?
Some forms fall under it.
Not anymore.
So because
Or-
of your
or socially
ADHD,
awkward.
you're definitely under the neurodivergence umbrella. And because I think these categories are so fluid, you could have features of what people call autism as well.
No,
That
I
makes-
think you're primarily ADHD and primarily the inattentive type.
no, it's just due to lack of empathy.
People used to call that psychopathy, but it's got a bad ring to it.
And a psychopathy, that would imply delusion, wouldn't it?
No.
You mean the N word, neuroticism.
Neuroticism
No.
is delusional, and so is narcissistic personality disorder. That's why they're so hard to get along with. Because if you don't act like, not to bring up Talcott again, but if you don't behave in a way that reaffirms
Y'all really
their
need to
grandiose
diversify.
delusions, they get mad
Yep.
about it.
Yep,
Bingo.
extremely mad.
Say that again, Flo.
The problem with why narcissistic people are so hard to get along with because they have grandiose delusions, and if you behave in a way that does not support their delusion, they get really mad about it.
Bingo. All right.
Uncle Fatty says I'm blautistic.
I think maybe Provo's just like a level A, like 0 kind of alpha troll. You know, like he
He's
just
good.
hasn't.
I watched him troll today right here on this
He wa-
panel, and I had to.
He
have it
wasn't
said.
good on this panel.
Well, he got Chris.
He did. Let Chris calm down. Chris is over there crying now.
I don't
Oh,
think Chris
Lord.
gives two fucks what he said.
No, he
Chris,
doesn't.
stop crying.
Well, Chris is
Chris
the
is
emotional
fine.
type.
Chris is doing other things. I'm looking for the. I'm looking right now. I'm looking for the things I'm taking to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
okay.
he's shaving his body for Liv. That's what he's
He
doing.
is.
Oh, right.
When
I
you
totally
meet
forgot
Liv, the
about the
first
lift
thing you
thing.
have
That's
to say
happening
is,
now.
"Holy shit!"
We
you
may
got a lot
have
of
a
body hair.
live panel union.
Be like, damn, I would be a trans too if I had this much body hair. See, low empathy is fun.
Well, I wonder if they're going to a spa for their first date.
Wait, what? You?
I wonder, no, if Chris and Liv are going to one of those body spas for their first date.
Okay. Well, yeah. Take care, Prolific. You're welcome anytime. We're here every day.
Oh, ran off
Um,
another one, huh?
I don't even know who these people are. Tyson or
Mike
Jake Paul. I
Tyson
know
and-
Tyson is the chicken people. They make the chicken.
No, Mike Tyson.
No,
Jake
Mike
Paul?
Tyson, the boxer.
Oh,
You know.
I know it was Mike. Who is Jake
He-
Paul?
Oh my.
Oh Lord. Tyson's
Like,
like
I don't
60
even watch
and
sports,
Jake Paul is 30.
But Mike Tyson has some of the best compilations on YouTube. Mike Tyson and Mike Jordan. That's athlete compilation.
I'll have to give it.
Who do you
to-
guys think is going to win the fight?
I think Tyson. I don't think they'll.
Whoever they pay.
I think it's fixed. But I think
Yeah.
that
Really?
I don't think they're gonna have Tyson lose.
Tyson's
Why do I know
60
Logan Paul?
and
Why-
Logan Paul
Tyson
is
is a
what?
legend.
Logan Paul. Let me look him up.
They're not gonna have like an icon like that fall to a YouTuber who took up boxing.
Oh, I only know him because of his name. I have no idea who this person is.
That's
Wasn't he in
interesting.
prison?
If Jake
That's how
Paul were to
influential
knock
he
him
is
out,
that I know his
then would
name.
you be suspicious that it wasn't fixed?
No, I think it's fixed either way. I think all professional sports are fixed.
Well, when you got a 60-year-old going against a 20-something-year-old,
You think
duh.
you think that for an actual reason, or just because of a few dots you connected?
I think that because just the logic of the situation goes, these are massive entertainment events that have a ton of money riding on it. You think somebody isn't in there fixing those things? It's sort of naive. It seems sort of naive to believe that.
No,
People-
it seems naive to me to think that it's worth the risk of.
What's the
rigging.
risk?
What risk?
They go to acting school to learn how to take a fall without getting hit.
Oh no, the boxing stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
All that's
I think you meant all
that
sport.
shit is rigged. I think
I
it
thought you
would
meant
be
all
naive
sport.
to think that anybody values the integrity of the sport more than they
You just
value
live
like
in a
all the
very
fucking money.
Cynical,
And I don't think that there's an adequate check
not
and
even
balance.
mistrust.
If you try to
utter lack of trust world.
well, yeah, I don't trust anybody.
Jake
Yeah.
Paul?
Like, look at
that's-
this motherfucker below me. Would you trust him?
Nope.
He's betrayed the kingdom.
No.
I heard that. I heard he was.
I gotta say, I like MoOse,
has
but
betrayed
he
my
looks
trust.
strangely suspicious right now.
So MoOse and I still have trust. And
It's because you can't tell if he's inside. You can't tell if he's outside. He looks like he's one of those guys getting interviewed on a crime show, right? With the voice
yeah, MoOse
changer.
is good. You never really. He sees what you want. You see what he wants you to see, and you really never know where he actually is. But I kind of like that. Tropical moose. All right, so I guess Tyson, Joe, is the answer. I don't know why Denizen's mic is always louder. That seems to be an ongoing issue.
Well, Lanza comes in hot with his mic too a lot of times.
Does he? And to me, on my end, it all sounds pretty much the same. Every now and then,
Really?
like, somebody's mic being exceptionally loud.
Another one is Got to Be. His
I don't,
mic
he's
comes
Scott. You
in.
don't have to worry about Scott 2B because he's not
I-
going to be on this panel.
You don't,
I
you
do-
don't have it with Scott.
I
just can't.
deliberately.
I don't know Scott, and nothing personal against Scott. If you're watching, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what's going on with Scotty?
I just can't take
Jeff's
the.
being mean to him.
Yeah, it's a me thing. I will own it. I just
It's a me
the
thing.
stories that-
No, it's not, Jeff. We're in the same boat.
I will say I have heard there have been times when I've heard Scott say some very sensible, wise things.
I used to Scott and Chuck used to be one of my most profitable dynamics, but I think that Tarek and Cynthia recently overtook it by a landslide.
Wait, what's
You
going on with
think?
them? They have a dynamic.
Yeah. Tarek and Cynthia hate each other.
Oh, I don't know of anybody that likes Tarek.
No, but I unblocked Tarek because he pays me.
Snafu likes him.
Vacuum that
I don't have a
microphone.
problem with me. I have nothing against Tarek. Like, he's welcome on the
Jack
panel.
likes
I've never
him.
had beef with Tarek. I just know what other people say about him.
Tarek's slimy and snaky. He's like
Slimy
he's like
is
the good cop
slimy.
and Snafu's bad cop.
You talking about someone with a closet full of skeletons? I bet you he does.
Oh yeah,
Big time.
Gary Baxter's right.
Yeah, but that's completely in character with Flo. Like, yeah, probably. Yeah, Flo's doing
Well-
capitalism right. I gotta say that.
I have little
Yep.
glimmers of empathy for Tarek when he pays me for him.
I'm just waiting to get my 1099 from Flo so I can file my
Denizen,
taxes.
Denizen, what do you want to talk about? We can change it.
Ooh, I don't know.
Wouldn't I get my 1099 from you?
Possibly.
What's wrong with the current topic?
It's just panel drama.
Oh yeah, I hate it. I wasn't paying
Keeping you
attention.
from talking over, so we don't want to have a conversation that includes your contributions.
Sounds good.
What do you guys think about the eclipse?
Chris was cool.
I was disappointed. The world didn't end.
We're
Why-
waiting for the Chuck apocalypse.
Obviously, there's some sarcasm in that, but is there any truth to what you're saying? Like, was there some rumors the world was supposed to end?
Oh yeah, a bunch of people on YouTube were talking about this was going to happen and that was going to happen.
The world's been about ready to end for at least my whole life.
Yep,
Try
mine
like
too.
millennia now.
What?
You can find like world-ending accounts like thousands of years ago.
There's that Gen X Jeff aggression again.
Where's the best one? What's the best one? World-ending theory
Well,
due to
Revelation
the eclipse.
the most,
Like, how was the eclipse?
an influential? Oh, eclipse ending. I don't know about that. I know there's references in Shakespeare. Some of his plays depend on references to eclipses at the time and the events they thought were going to happen as a result.
I think the Israelis are killing some cows. Red heifers.
I don't know what the red heifer thing is.
I don't either.
That's to speed up the end of the world or some shit.
Red.
Oh, to bring the Messiah?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
yep.
that's
You got it.
Talcott. Accelerationist. Talcott's praying for the end. So that
I'm
you
kind of an
talking about
accelerationist too.
I think Paul Enslaved is a red heifer.
There's a number of those kind of people in Israel that want to kill cows for.
It took Jeff a second to catch it.
But I did. Because I'm splitting my bandwidth through comments and panel. So sometimes there's little gaps.
Oh man.
Oh, let's see.
That's the Walmart
That's not
order
lying.
collection, Uncle Fatty.
Uncle Fatty, you're welcome to come on too. I mean, all of you are, but
Uncle Fatty's an elusive creature.
yeah, I enjoy Fat. He's
Although
definitely
Uncle
interesting,
Fatty's snowed in right
expressing
now, if I remember correctly, so he has no
among
reason
the
not to be
cattle
up here.
wild.
Well, he does work at the ski lodge, doesn't he?
Chuck,
I
you know
thought.
every damn thing. if any one of us ever end up dead, I'm sending the detective straight to
I
you.
wonder whatever happened. I was gonna do I stole a segment idea from Cynthia, and I was gonna do Chuck's fake news.
We're okay. That's going to be one of our games. We're going to preview one of our challenges right now. We're going to have 4 statements from Chuck. Which one's the real
Oh
statement?
Lord.
And whoever gets it gets the point.
Sounds like a
It's
good
just-
idea.
It just comes naturally. What can I say?
Oh, it's snowing up there.
Damn, I want to go skiing.
I
I'm
went
actually wearing
skiing
a
one
skiing
time
shirt,
and I
Skiing
hated it.
USA.
I stayed in the lodge where it was warm and I watched USA movie marathons the whole time.
I had a dream
Ro-
about skiing a couple of minutes ago. That's weird. I normally don't dream about skiing. I was pissed though. I remember this one because I missed it. I missed skiing.
Water skiing or snow skiing?
Snow.
Yeah.
They have that in
Only,
Canada.
only one I ever did was cross country. skiing.
Oh no, snow skiing's fun as shit. Water skiing's cool too, but like if I'm on a boat, I'd rather be tubing because it takes less fine motor skills and more just holding the fuck on.
Is that you on the bike?
Who's in a picture behind who?
You.
No,
Well, I mean, it would
my
be
picture.
just like you to
that's
have
Bane and
two
the
pictures of
Joker.
yourself hanging behind you.
No, that's Bane. That's Bane.
Flo lives in movie land.
Make me full screen. Did you think that this guy was me? Like, I'm flattered that you think I'm that buff, but
I was born in it.
He'd take his towel top picture down.
Yeah, Anson, you and I
actually,
would be
I-
in the lodge with the.
I mean to put them back
I don't
up
drink
because
anymore, but with the popcorn and the movies,
people are like, "Is that
Everybody else can go
Talcott
freeze
and
and
Scott 2B?"
stumble
Fuck no,
around
it's
and
not.
fall off the cliffs.
Although Scott 2B does look a hell of a lot like what's his name?
John
John
Goodman.
Goodman. Yeah, John Goodman.
Well, John Goodman's from what? St. Louis originally. He lives
Yeah.
in Louisiana now.
Oh, that's right. He's in New Orleans.
St. Louis with their toasted ravioli.
Oh
Somebody
yeah.
get a fish tank?
That sounds good.
No, that's the Sibian Chuck sitting on.
Fish tank? I wish I had a fish tank.
Sounds like a worn out air bubbler from a fish tank.
Somebody's cooking macaroni.
That might be my fucking computer, man. Let me mute. Look, we can test this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it goes.
Holy shit, it got quiet.
What was it?
I'm sorry, man.
It
This
was Busker's janky old computer.
I'm gonna try to. I've got this stuff in the mail. It's some kind of air gun. It's gonna hopefully blow this thing straight. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to lose. This.
Blow it straight.
Busker's getting like X-ray glasses and shit out of magazines.
What? Yeah.
As seen on TV.
Right? This is
Nah,
supposed to let
I
me
read
see
those in
through
the comic
people's
books
clothes.
growing up. I was always interested in it. Like I would have been one of the kids that sent it for them because they made it look like you could see people's bones, like you could see into their arms and see through shit.
I don't
And
know.
I didn't believe it as a kid, but then I thought, well, how are they allowed to sell this if it's not true? So it must be true.
This is
So
Jeff.
why-
This is where your trusting nature comes into play.
Yeah, how do you have a functioning society without some degree of
I
trust?
don't give a fuck about society functioning.
There
We've
you
been
go.
over this.
That is the anti-social, or at
Yep.
least not pro-social.
Because society's trying to dupe me by selling me bullshit glasses, and I know that society can go fuck itself.
What I want to
That logic is a little bit backwards.
One day,
though.
not today, but one day, I want to go through and find some of the roots of this.
Of me?
Yeah, of you.
Good luck.
A society
My
has to be
parents
worthy of
tried,
trust.
My ex-wife tried. Katie's tried. The courts have tried.
I can give you his rap
The
sheet.
courts
That's
have-
about all I can give you, Jeff.
Chuck's tried. Chuck,
I haven't
Chuck can
tried.
make up some fake news.
They haven't tried me yet. I do like MoOse's picture. It looks better.
He's taking
than
a
Yeah, I
big
was just
long
thinking the
hit.
same thing.
That's AI. Moose don't do anything on his own. That's AI.
Oh no, nobody does these
Yeah, I'm here at the
things.
apartment right
Does-
now.
MoOse does
he
have.
jerk
He
off
does.
on its own?
He does like put it together all on his own and synthesize it and use his sensibility to.
Chuck's being mean to Moose, as if he didn't
You
get
all
enough
have-
of that from.
You all have drama too, Chuck. How come all these people all of a sudden? How come you have all these?
I don't know.
It's because
Also-
Chuck only sleeps 4 hours a night, and the rest of the time he spends like watching people too closely and filing away little tidbits for later.
But I'm not like Cynthia. I don't have a Rolodex.
Yeah, you don't have a notebook.
You do. It's just not physical.
But that's what I get. I do the same thing, and like my grandma was like, all the people where I come from are like that. That Southerners
in very bad shape
do
right
that.
now. I'm trying to
especially like smaller towns.
I hear voices.
Yeah, that's Chris.
Chris.
Chris is still crying because ProvoPlanet smashed him.
You
Was he
didn't,
crying to
Provo.
live?
I'm having more fun today than I've had. Like I have fun every day, but particularly today, I'm really enjoying myself. You didn't ruin it.
Yeah, I
for
don't
anybody.
even. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think Chris gives a fuck what he said. Anyway.
You are a good troll. I gotta give you.
I don't know. Chris is pretty.
You're a
credit.
bad troll.
You did not.
You're not good at it. Quit while you're behind.
Ever since Provo Kid came up here,
Denizen's
Chris has
way
been
better at ruining the
MIA. He sent Chris teetering on a spiral of self debasement and self hatred.
Well, Chris is
By what?
sensitive.
Saying "fuck you"? What did
Basically.
yeah, I don't think so.
What are you smoking out of there, Chuck?
Tobacco.
Yeah, sure you are.
I
We
don't
just-
deal.
we-
I gotta head out, guys. I'll be back.
Bye, love you.
Give
That's
Liv a
weird.
kiss.
We used to dissolve shards in those and smoke them at concerts. I see you, Chuck.
What the hell's a shard?
A chunk of meth.
Oh. Okay.
How early? How old were you when you got involved in that?
First time I ever had it was probably 20. I probably didn't get regularly involved until I was 25.
And you
Is there
wonder where the
anything we
brain
need to know?
damage came from.
Is there anything we need to know about before that?
Well,
Easy.
yeah. I mean, I've been abusing drugs since I was 14 on the regular.
Weed.
That's just the one that had a big following of cops attached to it.
Okay.
Are you still trying to dissect me?
I'm setting it up. No, we don't. I don't have the bandwidth to do it today, but I'm setting it up. I'm getting
Okay.
some basic coordinates.
I can see you laying out the operation room.
I'm not kidding. I have entire Google spreadsheets that I use for this. Excel spreadsheets. I developed them at my last job. The timelines for helping the clients keep track of their personal history. It got very detailed, and then they can use that to like troubleshoot and figure out.
We got to keep Jeff and Cynthia away from each other.
Why.
Wow.
Well, it's too late for that. I mean, we've already been on each other's panels, but why?
Just
Because this you all see stuff I don't notice, so I do take this information when people give it to me.
Cynthia keeps a Rolodex on people.
I have nothing to hide.
Cynthia is the
Index
most dangerous
card.
person on this metaverse.
She's a very curious person. She takes good notes. She's a good student. I like to teach. I have no problem with Cynthia.
Moose is
doing
back
that.
from the longest bong rip on earth.
But what is the that was for you, Provo.
Roger that. Got
Is
a
that
little
your
lost
first one
there.
today?
Yeah.
Sat there staring at the birds.
We
I
thought you
decided
were
to have
dead.
two bong rips.
Your wife came and vacuumed up your spot. It's like, damn, he's not even coming back.
What's this Cynthia thing I need to worry about?
No, we need to worry about you and Cynthia teaming up with your notes and your Rolodexes and your little.
Oh, Chuck and Cynthia.
No, you.
No,
Team like okay. I'm
Fred?
trying to understand something because
I'll be back. I'm confused.
Calm down your little hands.
with what me and Chuck and Cynthia do is so basic and automatic. It's not even anything we have to think about. So I thought everybody's just paying attention and noticing things and keeping little Rolodex in their brain because that's what people do. That's how we learn, like navigate the social world. So what are y'all doing?
I keep an active paradigm, right? Like, so in my mind, Gen X Jeff is this thing, right? And I understand Gen X Jeff. And then as new material comes in, Gen X Jeff moves along. The individual piece of material, it gets lost. But the Gen X Jeff,
it doesn't accumulate, and you don't like keep a.
Well, it doesn't accumulate, but the way that I understand you will shift and morph over time. But
so you just have like the new version at any given time, the updated.
Right. It's continually.
And I have
updating.
the whole history.
Right, I don't have that.
Oh my God! How do you know? I don't know how you do without that. How do you know a person without knowing like all the dimensions of it?
Because I don't need to know all the dimensions. I can update my understanding.
That adds layers and layers of what you know about the person.
Because
if you know the first few years of their life and some basic like personality trait, like physiological traits about them, you can pretty much have the nugget.
If I understand that Gen X Jeff is made out of purple and blue and green, right? These are the three colors that makes up Gen X Jeff. I don't need to know which color came first. I just need to know the current makeup. And then if gray comes into the picture, I shift the composition of Jeff. I don't need to know the history of which color came in first.
You are missing so much. Like there's
But why do you need to know the history?
At the same time, you're not. Whatever you're doing works because you are very good at interpreting people.
It's more efficient. I don't need to reference all the past stuff. I just need to know what's in front of me now.
But what's in front of you now is all the past stuff. It's just invisible.
Sure, it is. But the back story, the lore is interesting in its own right. But it doesn't help me understand what's in front of me now. I can understand what's in front of me now without the lore.
At any given time is a specific behavior or action or trait or something that's in front of you now.
Right. I look at your shirt. I can understand the pattern that's there. I don't need to know the over one, the camouflage one. I don't need to know that the base color was green and then you add it on. I just need to know what I'm looking at right now, the composition of it.
Yeah, the shirt could have even been beige, to be fair.
It could have been beige, right?
Before it got dyed.
That war might be interesting, but it's interesting novelty. It's not.
I kind of get that because I'm kind of the same way when it comes to object, but when it comes to people, because I know there's all these hidden layers that you can access it. Because I know it's there, it makes me interested. I can't not look for it now. With people, I know like they have this extra history that you could tap into. That the
Vladimir Putin, your bitch ass has been unblocked for 2 days now. Vladimir Putin came in trying to do his inward letter trees.
Yeah, that showed up here a few days.
That's another thing I don't understand. Like that's so hip and groovy to do that.
It's so stupid.
It's kind of like
that's an insta ban.
Allowed to carry gun. It makes you feel just knowing you're free to do that makes you.
But they're not free to do that. That's the thing. Like all of them know where.
Right, he's trying to find places where he is free to do that because that's where his comfort.
It doesn't exist on YouTube.
And it certainly doesn't exist at Flow State.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I told him that. I said I don't blame Flow for not wanting that his channel.
No, I would have instantly banned someone. That threatens the safety of the channel. It goes beyond
also
opinion.
I've done I do quite a bit of work to make it so that I've got an interesting mix of people, right? I don't want a bunch of, no offense to the panel, I don't want a bunch of fucking white guys echo chambering themselves. So I try to keep the
Wait,
incel energy at bay.
You don't find enough disagreement on this all white
you
guy
you
panel, bro?
actually notice like, oh, there's this many white guys, there's this many brown people. You look for
No,
that.
I don't. I don't actively notice it. It's not until somebody's dropping N-words in chat that then I start to realize, okay, there's 2 black people here. I want to keep a paradigm open where everybody feels comfortable here. And it's not some altruistic thing. It's really like I think it improves the quality of the debates, right?
Yeah.
I already know I can't. I cannot be all things to all people. So I'm not trying to have a place where everybody's comfortable. There's a range of people that I'm trying to target to, but this is definitely not for everybody's comfort level. And so I know that some people are gonna. This is not gonna be their cup of tea.
But also, I think that there's I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal thing. I think it shows, and like obviously I have no problem with trashy behavior, but I think it's a sign of low class when you attack
Wait,
people.
you of all people are policing class behaviors.
I know it doesn't make sense, but still, I guess it does make sense though, because the class is there where it matters.
It's your inner bougie.
Everybody
Are you
can
smoking Newports right now?
No, I'm smoking L&Ms. If I'm in Kansas City, if I'm in Kansas where the taxes are higher and shit, I buy L&Ms. If I'm in Missouri where shit's cheaper, I buy Cools.
Are you allowed to go to Missouri?
Oh, see, there you go. That
I'm
explains
allowed
that
to
he's
go to
black.
Missouri. I'm not allowed to go to Canada though.
They probably did you a favor there.
Canada don't want me.
Canada.
If I go to the UK, I
Jack
have to
Brown.
fly in through Scotland. Scotland's the only place that will let me through customs.
Well, we all make choices. Not just
And mine involve drugs.
And lots of copious amounts of free will.
Yes. Agency, personal responsibility. that I think that's my biggest on a practical level with the free will thing is what the implications for personal responsibility that your view has.
And,
not that I'm
achievement.
bringing it up as a topic.
The personal responsibility is where it starts, and then usually what I find out is it's personal achievement where people really have the problem.
Can you say more about that?
Damn, Gary's fucking right. You know what? I live so fucking close to an Indian reservation. It's stupid. I cannot believe I lived here for 2 years and I haven't gone there. I forget it's there. It's like on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, when I smoked, that's where they were the cheapest too.
Well, I wonder how much cheaper they are now, because now most of it's tax, isn't it? So they got to be like way cheaper.
Not most of it, but a good chunk of it is.
But personal responsibility versus personal achievement.
Yeah, that's the one that people seem to be more attached to.
How does that relate to whether there's free will? Because if there's,
because if you're not responsible for the bad things you do, you're also not responsible for your wonderful accomplishments.
Yeah,
your 2.2 kids and the picket fence and that promotion at work and all the I me and all the wonderful things you've done.
Provo, you got to get your boy Jack Talcott back in line. He's wilding the fuck out. Very angry.
Oh shit! Hang on, you made me lose it. Fuck. I tried to.
Come on, can't you check your
different directions at once, and I got stalled. Achievement, personal responsibility. If I grant you your view in its most extreme form, there's no free will. The universe is entirely mechanistic. Then we don't even have to have these conversations or do anything or even figure out how to make a society based, because it's all just going to happen.
The fact that
we're at the mercy of a process that we're not in control of.
I wouldn't say mercy, but yes. And it does have to happen.
Being at the mercy, because it seems like there's
mercy,
like complete passivity. There's nothing we can actively do to alter anything.
I don't think that's true. I think you've drawn too far of a conclusion. Maybe some extreme version of what I'm saying that I don't even quite understand. Like, okay, so purely deterministic, sure, but I don't think that. But yeah, I would agree with what you said, though. Technically, it's correct. So
So,
this
but
is
your version
even
is
more.
the extreme.
No,
Okay.
no, and again, I'm also. I don't like admitting this, but technically, I'm agnostic on free will because, and much like Hitchens, my answer when people ask me if I believe in free will often is, well, of course I do. I have no choice.
What bothers you about being agnostic? If that's the more honest position.
I just don't like the term. It has a lot of
Oh,
baggage,
yeah,
from the other side, from the atheist thing.
Well, just like putting the term aside, knowing, like hearing you describe as agnostic helps me understand that a lot better. Even if you don't like the term, the communicative power of that term.
Say again? Oh, agnostic, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I have hammered that point though, right? Because it stirs up debate immediately and among everyone on the panel instead of just one or two people. So I usually like to remind people I don't believe that there is no free will whatsoever. I just haven't found any evidence for any, and the latest neuroscience that's coming out had me looking and investigating. So if I have no evidence to begin with, and then I go looking and I find no evidence, now I'm getting really skeptical. I mean, you
That
understand
makes
that.
perfect sense to me. I get that. What Flo, something happened with you and Talcott?
Yeah, I didn't like the way Talcott doxed his son.
Oh yeah, I kind of saw some of that.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't like that. And I went after Talcott, and I was going to go at Talcott for a while. But now it's not very fun. I feel like it's just mean. And so I'm not going at Talcott, but I'm far from wanting to cupcake with the dude when he's clearly in the wrong.
So knowingly and willingly, then you believe he doxed his son.
So like just staying away from his panel.
I'm not going up there. Yeah, I'm not going over there.
You think he did it knowingly and willingly then?
I 100% know he did it knowingly and willingly. He won't admit it, and I can't prove it, right? Because there's always that benefit of the doubt sort of thing. I 100% know it. You can watch the way he did it. You can watch the way he set up the conversation by going, I don't know if this is appropriate or not. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. You can see the way that he.
But I've done that before where I had to think through.
You're autistic. He's manipulative.
Well, yeah, but not only that, Jeff. It proves he thought about it. It's premeditated at that point.
He thought about it. It was premeditated. His son has asked him to leave them alone.
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
Yeah, he didn't ask them first. That's what I said when I went up there. I said,
I don't think it's a credit to Jack that he did it, that he didn't honor his son's request.
Also, he waited until the minute that Paul was restreaming him also so that he could get the maximum spread and get all those demons over there.
So he was working it for content?
He was working it. He was vindictive with it, but he was working it for maximum spread. Talcott knows the way he's been chased around his whole life by these people. He's had snafu calling his local city commissioners and shit. Like, so he waited until all these people were watching to then drop the docs. Yeah, he sent them after his son, and he can say that he meant well. It's bullshit. Absolute, pure, unadulterated, unfiltered bullshit. But that said, I'm not enjoying still just being mean to him. He's not like Paul. I get endless enjoyment out of being mean to Paul.
Do you really? Paul seems so. He's like a little nipping chihuahua. He seems hardly worth. He's like so easy to punch down on.
I know, but it's still fun. But I don't feel the same way about Jack. For whatever, it's because Jack's a better manipulator, and when I be mean to Jack, it just feels like I'm being mean to somebody. Not like he's struggling.
Well, is that empathy? Could that be?
Could be. I don't know. You tell me.
It seems like there's some kind of emotional sensitivity, / intelligence at work there.
Well, I hope that there's some intelligence there, but yeah. So,
Because I don't think a sociopath would care. Like if Jack did that to his son and it didn't involve the sociopath, I don't think the sociopath would give a shit. So the fact that you're even bothered by it seems like there's something human there.
Well, thank you.
Is humanoid. We'll give you humanoid. Not
I regret
completely.
to inform you guys that after the amazing bong rip that I took for Provo King, aka ProvoPlanet, I am now forced to go on a family walk.
Well, I hope you.
Worse, that
I don't
sounds- I
regret
wish
to hear
somebody would
that.
force
Have a
me
good
on
time
that.
on your family walk.
So that exercise is going to be had right now, and I'm going to do it in the name of all of you. All of you who aren't going to have it. So,
Thanks, man.
It's a beautiful
I
day out
extra
there.
appreciate that family walk for me.
I'll be back
today.
again. Like they say, life is beautiful.
Enjoy your walk carefully and enjoyably. Oh, he's like staying on stream and just
He
going outside
he
and
probably
walking
so
away.
high he didn't even recognize.
You think nice student? Well, this is coming from you. That's probably high praise. If
Flow State is a nice dude. Not according to Talcott.
Yeah, but I
Not
don't-
according to Talcott.
we'll see if Flo. Yeah, I'll. You can tell him. If I remember, I'll tell him. But we'll as to whether you lay off in the future, we'll see. I don't know. how-
Look at Moose. Moose is like, "Am I still here?"
You know, Jeff, I think Chris was trying to tell us something the other day. I think we missed it. When he mentioned that he was listed as transgendered and now he's going to meet Lib. There's too many coincidences.
Well, we'll have to act surprised when he wants to do the big reveal.
Chuck's back in the shower curtain.
No, I'm in the living room.
Oh, it's bright.
Chuck's
keep it
making
dark,
eclipse
huh?
with the blinds behind him.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I know all, I see all, I do all. You will obey.
You kind of are
Barack Obama?
the all-seeing,
The all-knowing, the all-seeing.
remembering.
Remember the death penalty for drug dealers.
The jury is out of whether Denizen's a troll. I've
This
heard
motherfucker.
Not for anybody with, an IQ above room temperature. It isn't.
Denizen is
the
so
way
good
that
of a
Chuck
troll
fucks with
that
me. He supports me
has
more than
people-
basically anybody. He is also the one who would execute me.
I'll tell you, I do have an extremely high troll level because I hunted trolls for fun when I first got on the internet. So I'm better at trolling than 90% of the people
what year was that?
on
What
this
time
platform.
on YouTube?
Late 80s. Oh, yeah. Well, no, not so much on YouTube. Late 80s, early 90s.
Late
but
80s. What computer? What social?
Late
network?
80s, early 90s, 2000s. I my mid 2000s was when I ended my career as one of the longest running troll hunters on the
So
internet.
you've been hunting trolls since before trolls were a thing, huh?
Right. What trolls?
Since
were
before
around?
most of these trolls were a thing.
Eliza.
Down in Oregon Trail.
Oh, he meant real
Trolls-
like
Trolls
those
have
little-
always existed on the internet. Did the same exact shit on bulletin board services that we do on YouTube 20 years ago.
BBS, the good old days.
Do you have any tips on the different types of trolls and how to keep yourself protected, like minimize their trolling?
Yeah, but usually takes, multiple conversations with a person, because if you're susceptible to trolling, then you've got some, your shadow is not very illuminated.
That is true. Yeah, I've noticed that.
So I can help you, but it's going to take time and the person has to be willing.
Maybe you could do a troll seminar or workshop.
A workshop on trolls.
I'm being completely serious, because in the panel verse that would be really helpful to a lot of people.
See, Jeff, here's another great illustration. He might know the current form of trolls, but he doesn't need to know about Oregon Trail trolls. because he's still dealing with Oregon Trail trolls.
But my curiosity wants to know all about the Oregon Trail trolls because it's going to give me a historical context for understanding the trolls of today, and give me some idea of what to look for in the trends of trolling of tomorrow.
And I find reductionism
No.
to be a valuable shortcut
Yeah.
too. So like
That's
if
my
I
brain.
know the lizard, the first the 1.0 version of the troll before it's evolved, then it helps me get through some of that extra programming in the new version of the troll.
Yeah, you need to know the whole life cycle of the organism to know the organism from tadpole to
I know
frog,
their source code.
caterpillar to butterfly, acorn to oak,
There
etc.
is a necessary trade-off between accuracy and speed.
Yeah.
You
But that reductionism comes in help. So you lose
Let
some
me-
accuracy there.
your brain has adapted to its comfort level. I'm going to say that, and my brain is comfortable doing its thing at its particular speed.
Probably
So
what
for
we're
your
describing
purposes,
exactly is the difference between ADHD and autism. Honestly,
what? Say that again.
the difference we're describing is probably exactly the difference between ADHD and autism.
What do you think that difference is? Like
Mine's I prioritize speed
small bits of information
over
that you can
accuracy,
process
right?
very quickly. But
Because I'm comfortable missing. I'm comfortable being wrong because I adjust very quickly in the moment. I'm wrong a lot.
I'm a combination of both, actually. If you gave me a test, I wouldn't get through it as quickly as I could. I would take the time and try to be accurate, but I wouldn't sit there and obsess too. There'd be a point at which I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna guess this because I've been accurate enough. I don't need to go any further.
I'm a slow
And I'm
reader.
okay with taking the hit on that. So I'm kind of a combination of both. But you could have a point where like the accuracy, like the obsession with detail is the autism.
Right.
But the
And the
speed is
obsession
the
with
ADHD.
with expedient responses is the ADHD.
Detail shows up in ADHD too, but I can see it from like a level of impulsiveness of like being excitable and wanting that discharge as quickly as possible and returning to a comfortable
I discharge
baseline.
everywhere. I discharge all over Chuck. I discharge all over
I'm
MoOse.
gonna go. This is a great time to go get a refill. I'm gonna do it
All right, I'll just stand
right
here and
now.
discharge.
And
this is why Anti-Dearest has me blocked. My huge volumes of discharge.
probably a lot of people have you blocked. Some people you don't even know about.
Actually, I think less people have me blocked than I would have guessed.
Are you
I
guys
want
still
people
talking
to
about
block me.
trolls?
We can. I'm gonna go get a refill, but I'll be right back. Y'all
Okay.
chat
I'll wait
on.
till you get back.
Man, wait till you get back.
Well, I was going to tell him about Cynthia, how upset she got last night at Tardic.
I need to talk to her.
I mean,
Frank, get your woman's in line.
I thought she was, ooh, I thought she was going to lose it last night.
Y'all sound like a bunch of women. Bunch of whammon.
Whammy bammies. She was upset. There's no doubt about that.
I know, but I don't know why.
I don't know if she was so upset at Tarek or if she was just mad because the people were piling on her in the panel. You know what I mean?
I agree with Frank. All right, good.
What did Frank say?
Frank says, Chuck, don't cut your beard off. Everyone will hate you.
Oh,
You shouldn't cut your beard off, though, if that's for sure. Grave before shave, Chuck.
Grave before shave. I spent a vast majority of my life without any facial hair.
Well, and she came to this panel verse to learn how to do drama. So let's not forget why she's here at all.
Well, she's not equipped for it.
Why
I
do
don't
people
think.
like drama? How's that for a topic? I don't understand. Please explain it to me.
Flow is suck a fucking, you know. I don't know. That doesn't
You
make
suck
any sense
what,
to me.
Flo?
Flow is suck a fucking, you know.
Oh, look who
Holy
just showed
shit.
up. I heard something about Cynthia.
Yeah, Tarek is her troll, her personal troll. And she just totally lost it last night on Flo's show about Tarek.
Oh.
She gave Tarek exactly what he wanted.
Oh, okay.
A floor show.
A flow show.
And
Yeah, drama is like a force of nature. Sometimes I'm in the middle of it and I don't even know how I got there. It happens so quickly. It can pull you in, especially if you already have a propensity for it.
well, especially if you got a knife in the fight, you know, you're already partially in.
I don't know. If I'm bored, I watch a movie or play a
I do
video
that too.
game or
You're probably
I go
a
and
little
provoke.
play some
wiser.
music.
Yeah, I do all that too. It's just when other people are around.
Oh wait, you like drama?
People used to call me a drama queen, but then when I looked at it closely, I realized that I wasn't the one with the drama. I'm a drama magnet. Like I attract other people's drama. So if all the people around me that are having drama are somehow gonna
It's because everything
Yeah.
seeks equilibrium, and you're like a
the little-
vortex of chill.
That's what helped me in the
A
psych
vortex
ward
of
when I
chill.
worked in the psych ward because I was that calm
Fuck
little
yeah.
core in the center of all the chaos. For the staff,
I avoid drama like the plague. Like I do.
Was you a
I
patient?
change my lifestyle in order to avoid drama.
I'm so used to drama, it doesn't even phase. I can handle it like that when it happens.
Huh.
I'm not drama avoidant. I know what to do when it was happening.
I'm drama seeking, but I try to tamper that impulse.
Yeah, the same.
Why? Why tamper it?
Because there's
Because
risk.
I believe in manifestation and all the witchy shit, and I think that the more drama I imbibe in, the more finds me, and at some point, you hit drama maximum capacity.
It's toxic as fuck. And when you
It's
surround yourself
toxic.
around those
It is
people, they'll take you
toxic.
down with them.
And what really
Yeah.
brought it out in people, in my opinion, was when the 19 thing started. It
What?
just
What the fuck are you
19.
talking about?
the COVID thing,
Oh,
lockdown and all that really manifested people's hatred because they were isolated. They weren't able to socialize as they
do
normally
you
do.
think that a lot of those people have recovered by now, or did something happen during COVID and they're still in that state?
I think it
It's
created a new
slowly, but politics isn't helping it. You know,
Yeah,
the
especially
left-right
this year.
paradigm. Yeah. Well, it
Yeah.
started back in 2020 election.
And I think
Or
that they throw
20
out a lot of intentionally provocative topics. Like, I don't think it's an accident that the trans issue hit the scenes when it did.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's a deliberate distraction.
Right.
Well,
Well, it's
just
provocative,
revival.
right? If there's one thing everybody can care about, it's surgically altering a child, right? So I don't.
Actually, I don't. Not
Well, anytime you bring a
except
child
for
in,
Jeff.
yeah.
Jeff, this is why you're the vortex.
okay. I mean, I'm never gonna. I don't have children. I'm never gonna. It's not. It's like abortion. It's not an issue I'm ever gonna have to face or worry about. So I don't have a strong opinion on it.
And that's why abortion will never be resolved. It's such a good wedge issue.
Yes.
I don't think you have to have children to have a strong opinion on it. Though.
You
What is
don't.
strong
Jeff
opinion?
is just his soul is corroded and
I'm just too normal, chill. I don't even know if I have a soul. I think even that, corroded. I'm being serious.
Well, don't you
I
got
don't
a
worry much
child
about my
altar for
soul.
your satanic rituals? I mean, come on.
I don't do rituals. That's work.
Think like trans, like this mutilation of the body these people are doing to themselves.
I am.
I think it would be like one of the few things that even an extremist like me would think should be against the law. That we should find some social, institutional way, even if maybe not legislative, to discourage people from harming themselves in that way.
We already allow that in so many other instances. So we have the adult line. Is it okay for adults but not for kids? And where's that line? And then we have the what is okay to mutilate and what's the line?
Yeah, so if
That's
you're gonna
crossed.
carve out your breasts or
But I think adults
cut
should have
open
the
your
right-
penis or
They should have the right to
sew up your
do
vagina,
themselves,
then
nails in their nose,
you're not an
plates in their
adult.
ears.
You're
get
not an adult
spikes
at that
implanted
point.
into their scalp. I think adults have the right to do all of that.
I
So
think
why
it's proof that you're not making
cosmetic
adult.
surgery different?
I think it's proof you're not making adult decisions if you mutilate your sex organs.
That's just your opinion.
Well,
An
everything I
adult
say
decision
just
is
my
a
opinion.
decision that an adult makes. So if an adult decides they want to do that to themselves, whether
What's an
you
adult?
understand it or approve of it,
If an adult
they should
decides to
have that
do
right
that,
in a free
What
and
makes
open
someone an
society.
adult?
Huh?
What makes someone an adult?
In this society, 18 or 21, whatever, one of those ages.
So even if you have like Down syndrome,
I don't know what the current law around that is, but I'm not really dealing with the edge cases here. I'm trying to lay down the general contours of the debate. So in general, unless there's mitigating circumstances or reasons for otherwise, I think that adults of the age of majority in the United States or the other modern Western countries should have the right to
that's some
do what they
fine
want with their
crown molding
bodies.
Chuck has up there.
Oh, you like that? I was trying to get me
I
a
like
drink of
your fancy corners.
Chuck, that is nice. I did not predict that at all from just looking at
I got a nice little spread here.
got a phone call and it turned my headset off. What were you saying?
You're admiring the fancy corners on Chuck's crown molding.
We got distracted by Chuck's
They
mold.
even went as far as to do it in every bathroom in the house. It's got
That's
all
fancy.
that fancy crown work.
There's not even any molding in this house at all.
It's a pain in the ass though when you got to paint.
It's just straight corners.
Oh yeah, mine too.
But they must have put it up when the wood was still green because it's starting to shrink now, and all the joints that they made are coming apart, and I'm having to go fill them in with wood filler, patch it up.
How old is the house?
Oh, the house was built in the 80s, 84, 85.
That
I
molding's
bought it.
not as old as I am. That molding's not 40 years old.
No. I bought the house 4 years ago, so I'm going to guess it's probably 5 years old at the most on the molding because they were fixing it up to sell it. I mean, whoever was putting money into this house had some money because they got them pedestal sinks and things like that. And when I went to get parts for them, oh my God, a brand new replacement was like $900.
Yeah, the
For a
best is
part
if
or
you
for a
can
new
get
sink?
like a fix and
For
flip
a whole
from somebody
new.
who's a carpenter. That's the shit. I was doing some work for a guy who's a union carpenter. He was buying a fixer upper to flip, and man, I had to I'm the hired help, and I'm telling this dude, I'm like, you need to stop fixing shit. Nobody's ever gonna look at this part of the house. It's your OCD eating his OCD was.
That's
eating
like putting the
into
shopping cart away. That's conscientiousness, and it shows. like civic-minded
Yeah, no,
concern for your
he
fellow
bought
citizen.
he
Like,
bought this
I
house
would
to
not be
make
able to
money.
sleep at night if I hid all the little defects of a house and like cut corners here and tried to hide this and didn't want them to see this. They're gonna find
But
it.
Oh
you know
yeah.
what?
Find it eventually.
With that mindset, that's why somebody like me will be selling houses and somebody like you won't be.
Yes, I believe that
Because
you're
one's sustainable and one's not.
my friends told me a long time ago when I started out on my professional career that
You
I'm
say when
still
you
trying
snorted
to
out.
get on. They said that Jeff, you have got to learn how to lie if you're going to be successful in society. Even things like like one of my very first job interviews, one of the questions she asked me was, and they were really excited about me and I really wanted to work there. She said, if we hire you, are you going to stay with the company? And I said, well, I plan to, but I can't promise that if somebody else in the future offered me something better that I wouldn't go with them. And I know, but it made
Shot
sense at
yourself
the
in the
time.
foot. Yeah.
Like, I didn't know how to answer the question. I wanted to be honest and transparent. Like, I didn't want to set false expectations. And I was being completely honest. Like, yes, but if
I don't know
there's a
what to do with you.
situation where I have reason to consider going to another company, like it would be something like them offer. Like I thought I was being completely transparent and laying all my cards on the table and giving her the honest answer so that she would have the information she needed to make her decision. That's where I was coming from when I was answering the question. And my friends, like, you have got to learn how to lie.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
good
not a
luck.
very good liar either, Jeff.
Me either.
I think people that can lie and deceive in the short term are more successful in capitalism, in the capitalistic system. But there's other costs to that, and I think long term it's not the best strategy.
Well, it depends on what your goals are.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, your goals
It's
and
not
your
the
values.
long-term strategy to align yourself with where you really want to be. But if you're convinced that, getting the job is what really makes you happy, you might have
And
got
if you
that
think,
job.
I have to feel good about where my money. I have to be able to sleep at nights. I have to be able to feel good.
You're a
about where
bad
my money
Satanist.
and I have to feel like I earned the money, like that. I
I'm
have it because
surprised
I
Satan
earned it.
hasn't kicked you out of his church yet.
No. Then I'll have to become a Christian. Go knock on the church doors. Let me in. I'm
Jack's
saved. I'm
looking for
saved.
some sheep.
Yeah, you can join Jack's church.
Does he even have a church?
He wishes.
Delusional.
Like, is he trying to be a church, or does he have a church he's affiliated with?
He's just virtue signaling as hard as anybody can ever virtue signal. So if he can grab at Jesus or Buddha or whatever virtuous entity he can reference in context of himself, he'll take it.
Yeah, because if you ever listen to his monologues or his talks, none of the thoughts are original. He gets them from other people.
Well, none of them are even consistent, right? Like, he references Jesus all the time. I went to Catholic high school long enough to know that he's very much not Christian.
Right. I'll agree with you there.
Talcott. I think Talcott's like the default topic when there's nothing else to talk about.
Talcott's fascinating.
He's the filler.
Well, I've never really met anyone that detached from reality.
Really, Talcott. Of all the people I've met in my life, Talcott barely even stands out as an anomaly.
Really?
No, I don't. I've
Seems
never
like your
understood
average
that.
Christian to me.
Oh no,
He's more
Jack's
than
not
your
a
average Christian. I'm not Christian, and I'll tell you that this man is not average.
I
He
keep saying
even
John
has-
Lennon. He just seems like an old John Lennon era hippie to me. There's like so many of his type, especially up here where I am.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm kind of that too.
Yeah, I think he's harmless. I think he's harmless for the reason that I don't think he has a chance in hell of his utopia ever.
Well, the
actually
professionals don't think so.
What professionals?
The ones that
The-
said he was too disagreeable to go back to work. He took a psych eval to get back to work, and they said no, and so he paid for 2 private psych evals, and both of them were like, nope.
Oh, the
Oh
private
yeah, I
one.
think that would probably be that'd
a
be true for me
danger
as well.
to himself or others.
Yeah, see,
I'm too
Y'all know-
disagreeable to work as well.
Jeff, he seems benign until you recognize him, and then
A
you're
professional-
like, oh man,
A professional said he was a danger to himself or others.
yes.
But everybody, it seems, but like we all have light and shadow, and we all have the potential for
Right. Some of
harm.
us have integrated our shadow, and some of us are in extreme denial.
Oh,
of
my art, weak confidence sitting so pretty up there.
it. I've integrated my shadow. I'm
I
perfectly
think Jack is
comfortable
a
with it.
scapegoat. I think people play out their own shit on Jack. I think he's a
Interesting.
useful figure for that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ooh, I don't.
He's an excellent target for projection, is what it seems
Yeah.
like.
Interesting.
And some daddy issues thrown in.
Oh, hella daddy issues. He and Paul play out their daddy-son issues in a weird-ass way.
I would like to see this proof, though, that he was determined to be a danger to himself or others. Isn't that how you get committed?
But so far, that's just gossip. I mean, Jack, I'd need Jack.
Gossip. That was straight out of Jack's mouth.
Maybe,
Yeah, Jeff claims anything that he hasn't seen himself doesn't exist.
you don't.
I'm experienced with that.
Maybe it's your ADHD. I don't know. I don't want to put it down to that.
You
But
rolled your eyes harder than
you
my
don't-
daughter does.
You
I
don't
heard that.
pay attention.
I heard
Like,
your
you
eyes
get
clunk
me-
the back
you
of your
don't get me
head.
right.
I have some experience with that, but like claiming, say, for example, there's no corruption in the FBI is not quite the same thing as claiming
Jeff
there.
hasn't seen any corruption in the FBI.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not this. It's not the same thing as saying though. I don't necessarily believe Jack was on the verge of being committed because of an internet rumor.
It wasn't an internet rumor. This was straight out of his mouth. Ask Flo.
So
Yep.
he started the rumor. I mean, I
He
suppose
offered to
that
let-
that increases the credibility of it slightly, I suppose, somehow. But ironically, if to 2 people who think that he's a disingenuous, dishonest person, the fact that it came out of his mouth bolsters whether or not it's true,
It does.
or because it
There's
fits a
nobody
narrative
better
that you already
positioned.
have.
He is in the only privileged position to know this information and to disclose it. There's nobody
And
else
he
on
even-
earth.
And he offered to let Flo read his report to see if he had a different take on what the doctor had written.
You
I
don't
sort
know
of wish
whether-
that I had followed up with that.
Oh,
I'm
you've
also
seen
sort
the
of-
report.
I have not seen the report. I never followed through with it. I'm sort of glad. I'm also sort of not glad.
Man, I wish I could have got somebody to
But
say
see,
that I
look here.
was too
him
disagreeable to
being
work.
Batshit crazy is not helpful to his intention, which is to look like the virtue of all virtues.
Yeah, and you can't get up there talking about honesty and forthrightness and righteousness, and at the same time, you're squatting.
Preachers do
You
that
took-
all the time.
Yeah,
But
and they're all trash.
I was squatting dishonest.
He took the money. He
It's a
sold his
lie.
house.
You make bad on your agreement.
Yeah, but I mean, he's being honest about it.
He
doesn't
the
give a fuck about
dishonesty
the
already
agreement.
occurred. He made a promise and then he violated the promise. Just because he's being transparent about being dishonest doesn't mean that there wasn't a dishonesty there that occurred.
Exactly. That's
But
Well, I
why.
guess
he's
not to
taking
you
ownership
though.
of that too. And
No, I mean it's
there's
not subjective. It's full
To whoever
stop.
bought the house.
Right. He's being dishonest to whoever bought the house. He agreed to leave at a certain time, and then he did not make good on his agreement. That's the dishonesty.
And you know for sure that he intended not to leave.
I know that he intends now not to leave. Now that the time has passed.
Well,
Well,
they sent him.
He is squatting.
So then again, he might not have even been dishonest at the time that he agreed to leave. Maybe he meant it.
No, he agreed to leave. right?
Yeah. Maybe
That's
maybe he
the
thought he
thing.
was going to when he agreed to.
No.
No, it doesn't matter
do you
what
know
you
that?
Have
think
any
or how
word,
you
though.
change your mind. The dishonesty occurs once you make that agreement and put it in writing. You're held to that. It doesn't matter what you think or how you feel or what changed. If you don't honor your commitment,
Your word,
that's
yeah.
dishonest.
Is there
Dishonesty
anybody?
isn't only deception.
Is there any other people y'all want to gossip about?
No, we're talking about Jack Talcott right now.
Okay, I don't want the whole
He's
show
our
to be
favorite.
Talcott Street, Talcott show.
Having a sense of honor, having honorable feelings, motives, or principles, free from deceit or hypocrisy, true, candid, upright, or just in speech and action.
What?
He's reading definitions to try to find a way Jack wasn't dishonest. It's impossible.
I'm just trying to
another
figure out what
enabler.
you mean when you say honest, because I mean whether or not someone lied or not.
If I make a promise to do something at a future date and then I don't do it, that is dishonest.
No, because of the
No,
element
because
of
the
it
circumstances
being the
matter.
future. You can't.
What
be
if I
honest.
what if I
You can't
promise to
be
give you a
100%
ride to the
honest
airport and then you die next week?
You shouldn't.
we don't.
Well,
we
then
don't
I
know.
don't need it. Then I'm not waiting on you. But if you make a promise to take me to the airport,
Am I
and then your
dishonest?
car
That's the
breaks
point.
down, you didn't make good on your promise. Yes. You
Oh
shouldn't have
wow!
promised.
So
You should
so
not have
he
promised
went all the way
anything.
to the extreme of saying that if I'm on my way to pick him up and my car breaks down, I'm still dishonest. Yeah. See, your definition of honesty and mine is not the same thing.
So you think that if somebody promises to vacate the house in a year's time and he doesn't vacate the house, he's not
And he had
dishonest?
already took the
I think
money.
he's
He
being
already
pretty honest about the fact that he's not leaving the house.
He
That's what I'm-
already was dishonest by saying that he would.
But
That's-
only
that could-
if
that
at the
could be
time
possible.
He knew that he would not
Yeah.
be leaving.
right. And that
But if
also
at
would
the
not be
time he
another
thought he
dishonesty
would
to
be, then he
you.
would
That
not have been lying.
There's two different points of honesty. One is I will leave the house. You give me the money, and in exchange for this money, I'm going to leave the house in a year. He already violated that promise. That was the dishonesty.
Yes, he violated the promise, but we don't know if he was dishonest at the time he made the promise or not. That's what we don't
He
have.
was dishonest after the time.
determine.
It does. What the fuck
It
are you?
doesn't-
What is wrong with you guys? You guys don't
doesn't
understand how
matter.
honesty works.
I'll tell you, Flo, this is exactly what you said earlier about your brain. You're simplifying and taking shortcuts for efficiency, and you're sacrificing.
No, you guys are
accuracy.
acting.
And Dennis and
You
I
guys are acting like
trying
how
to
he
add
felt
some
at the time.
accuracy to
He
it.
made a promise. He was paid for his portion of upholding the promise when it was his time to reciprocate and make good on the contract. After he'd already took the money, he decided.
The
not to
question
make good.
is, at the time he made the promise, did he know he was
No,
not going to
that-
leave? Was he
that
being
doesn't- that
deceptive? Did he
doesn't
know he
matter.
was not leaving and he was pretending he was going to leave?
That
would
does
be
not
dishonest.
matter.
Yes, that is.
If he
that
did
is-
not know, he should not have made the promise.
people make promises all the time that they.
I
don't
know,
know.
and that's
We
why they're
always
dishonest and they're
speculate
full of
about
shit.
the
That's why I don't
future.
make promises.
We're always speculating about the future. There's always a risk in investments.
But
and all of
but
that.
it's a signed contract, Jeff. How do you go
As
against the
somebody
black
who
and
wants
white?
society to function, you'd think that you would put
Oh,
more
now
value.
you're concerned about society functioning. I thought the question was at the time he told this to the person, was he deliberately lying to them?
No,
And
that doesn't
No.
matter.
That I'm
That's
saying
not
we
what we're
don't
talking
know.
about at all.
Okay,
What I'm saying
but
is,
you're
Jeff,
talking about he said one thing and he
Jeff,
didn't
I'm going
honor
to cash
what
app
he
you
said.
$20 in a month. I want you to give me your Baphomet statue. If we make an agreement and I send you $20, and then you don't give me the Baphomet statue in a month, you have lied to me. No matter if you intended to do it or not, you still told me a lie.
To me, a lie has to be intentional. Deception is intentional. Okay, let's call it deception then. Deception is intentional.
No, I'm calling it a lie.
Well, I'm calling it deception to keep it straight from the intentional one, like from the unintentional one that you just said. So if
Well, it
if
doesn't
I
matter. You
intended
made-
to send it to you and for whatever reason I
You
didn't,
made an agreement.
yes, technically
If you-
that's
at,
a lie.
At some
but
point,
I
at
didn't.
some
I
point, you
wasn't telling
decided.
a lie in the moment on my
At
part.
some
'cause I
point, you
didn't intend
decided to
deceive
make
you.
it a lie. right? It doesn't have to be at the beginning. Maybe you intend to send me the Baphomet, maybe not. But at some point, you made the decision to not honor your word.
Now we are in semantic territory.
Auntie Dearest, I'm going to splooge on you. Splooge, skeet, skeet.
Okay, let's put a little backspin on this. At the time he made
Backspin on
the
Auntie Dearest when I smack that ass.
Hey.
What?
at the
No.
Auntie Dearest can't block me and then sit down there and want to talk about me.
Don't talk to my guests like that, especially the ones that
Cry
have you
me a
blocked. 'cause they don't know.
river. Auntie Dearest, cry me a river. Auntie Dearest, you'll get over it. I'm sure you'll whine some more places about it.
Wait,
Flo.
sexual
So
harassment?
mean.
Flo. Don't harass her. Leave her alone.
Who me?
No,
Who
Auntie
harassed
Dearest, still a little crybaby down there.
Provoking the guests.
Oh, no
won't
provoking the
post,
guests.
Auntie, I won't post any of your comments. So keep it.
That must be a new rule.
when Jack made the agreement to sell, he had right of first purchase back or something. He thought that during the course of the year that he had, that God was going to fulfill his need of having millions of dollars through his trademark Live Without Fear, and that he'd be able to buy the house back. Lo and behold, the end of the year comes. He made no plans, no forethought or anything, and it didn't happen. Well, when it didn't happen, he said, "Screw it, I'm not leaving."
Right. And I
So because God didn't deliver him into a new house, you think that he wasn't lying?
I didn't
at
say
the
that.
time he probably
Not you, Chuck. Chuck, you and I are on the same page.
Oh, okay.
Me?
No, you're on a different page.
I don't know about
Mhm,
lying,
that's-
but I just know at the end it was dishonest when you don't stand up for your
It's
word.
just a silly conversation about if something happens in a way other than the person described that they didn't necessarily intend, is it still considered a lie?
And for me, the whole point was like how Jack is supposed to be this exceptionally horrible person.
I didn't say he was exceptionally horrible. I mean,
No.
not just because of that. He is dishonest.
Well, whatever it's
Just like
exceptionally.
Auntie Dearest is a little victim down there.
He's an extreme. Like my horrible was my word, so I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but he's the extreme part that he's very, very something. Dishonest being one of those things. Far from the average Christian, I think was, the words that I use that set that off. Like Jack is like humans are hypocrites and liars, I find.
Well, yeah, for the most part. They're also aggressive and violent.
I think that if you violate a promise, the original intent, it can't save you, right? Like, well, I meant to doesn't save
No,
you.
but it
No,
changes.
Joe, that's what
But
we're
it's
arguing
honesty.
But it can make it worse. If from the get-go you made the contract in bad faith, that's like a double whammy.
That's dishonest.
No, breaking a promise is dishonest. Promising
Sometimes
to leave and
whether
not
you
leaving
intended
is
to or not. The
Not if
act
you
of not fulfilling what you said you would do makes
You can be
dishonest.
honest
has the
about
capacity-
bad acts.
He has the capacity to fulfill his promise. He chose to break it. That is a
Yeah.
dishonest decision. This community is full of people who live in their
Dishonorable, maybe I think is how I would probably like if I were gonna, and it's not to be semantic. Like if it didn't, if my definition of honesty weren't so much different than yours, I don't think I would have a problem.
I'm mostly just here to watch Auntie Dearest cry at this point.
Why?
There's tissue in the green room.
Jeff.
You're antagonizing my guest
You're right.
and testing my boundaries and my patience.
Whoa.
Damn.
Damn, he vocalized his boundaries. I like that.
Well,
That's
no,
hot.
the
That
reason
kind of
it's,
turns
it's
me on a little bit.
particularly an issue
Actually,
is because there's been other people on these that have done the same thing that I've taken off, and so to not
All I
hold
want
you
to
to the
do is
same,
make fun of Auntie Dearest. Why can't you
I
let me
don't
have
want you to
that?
do that on my show.
that's
I
boring
want her
and kind
to
of
have
gay.
the peace and freedom to be left alone. She's already expressed that that's her wish. It's like punching down. Why would you want to punch down on Annie Dearest? What does that do for you?
Because I don't have any empathy.
Was that kind of like a side-handed insult at Auntie Darius? What if it's
No.
still punching up? What if she's like, way out of his league?
Well, it might be.
Look at that eyebrow.
Why would you want to punch her at all?
Are you saying that's a sexy eyebrow?
It seems like punching.
I'm saying it's a
down
high
is-
eyebrow.
The reason it seems like punching down is because
It's a high brow.
Now who's sexually harassing?
Was that sexual harassment these days? I never can tell.
I don't know. Auntie Dearest is the only one that can
Thank you,
tell.
Joe. Thank you so much.
I think for me, I would have to. There'd have to be a rule that I'm not allowed to talk about her. Fuck. There'd have to be a rule that I'm not allowed to talk about her because sexual harassment comes natural to me.
I've said that before that I don't want people harassing my guests. Machine came on here and cursed out me and Cynthia and got hidden.
I used to be repulsive on
same thing.
Denizen,
Joshua
what would you
Jones
do to
did
that
it to
eyebrow?
several people on the panel.
Hey,
She left
jump in
because
here?
she couldn't stand to listen to me the first time I came up on
Please,
the panel.
please do.
She
old man.
left.
Okay. So
Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to come out in support of Gen X Jeff, and call for Auntie Dearest to be taken off the target list. I'll offer myself as a replacement. So
Old man Joe, but I like you.
that's okay though. I get the ban. I get
Flo,
the ban. I get it.
it's
But I can make.
it's children that go around insulting people just because they don't like them. That's what.
All
we
right,
did
you
on
know
the
what? Old
playground when
man
we were in the
Joe
fourth
came up with such a kind offer. I will stop sexually harassing Auntie Dearest, even though I want to. I'll stop out of because you're just a nice guy.
I have
Yeah.
serious beard
Well,
envy right now.
I appreciate that. And
Semblance of
I said in the
empathy.
chat before, I said that Gen X Jeff has good instincts, and his instincts are telling him this for a reason. And I see why, so I trust him. So, anyways,
Jeff has pretty good
down.
instincts. They just move slow sometimes.
Right on. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you
Yep.
later.
Oh, that's
So that was quick.
okay. Thank you.
Damn it, that was
Well,
effective.
thanks, Joe. That's.
It's hard to argue.
Should we
with
start
logic
calling them White
sometimes.
Joe and Black Joe? Would that be too much?
that might be something.
Like that C-Lab episode with Black Debbie and White Debbie.
That double fire. Oh yeah, I've got like 2 fire signs or something.
What are you? What's your sign?
And in Vedic, I've got my sun
Are you
and my
Leo?
moon in Mars, which is the war planet.
Are you Leo?
No, in Vedic, I'm Scorpio sun and then Aries moon.
What's your American like? You real?
In Western, I'm
Western.
Sagittarius, and then I don't remember what the rest of my shit is. I was
What's your
never
other fire?
I was never impressed with Western. I actually thought all astrology was just like a way to talk to girls at bars until somebody pulled my Vedic chart. Then I was like, oh damn,
That's just a bunch of hoo-hoo.
that's what I thought too.
Have
Chuck.
you ever had your chart read, Chuck?
No.
I have. I still think it's bunk.
I mean, you pick up a newspaper. Do I play the lottery? Oh,
Oh,
horoscope
not
says
that.
no.
Yeah, that stuff is. But yeah, I'm talking about the individualized one-on-one with the professional astrologer.
I mean,
There's-
that's like going to a tarot card reader. Come on.
Oh, I used to read tarot cards too.
There's some
Chuck is
basic
just such a
truth.
normie, he
People
can't
that
help
do it
himself.
well, it works. Like they can tell you all kind of things about yourself that you don't know how they know. So
Because
whether
they
it's
ask you the
the
right
astrology or
questions
the
to narrow
cards,
it down. It's a gimmick.
There's some basic truths that people like to believe about themselves, whether or not they're objectively true. And
There's-
that's what astrology appeals to, is the categories of those basic truths that people want to believe. So even whether or not you're actually fit that personality type, you always thought you have before you heard it from astrology, and that's how it acts upon those biases and confirmations.
Yeah, I think that's
Astrology
the
would
first time I
support
ever agreed with Denizen.
Ever?
Welcome, Lanza.
Ever.
I agreed with most of
Probably.
what Denizen was saying until he was confused about honesty.
Well, that's true.
I don't think I am. I think you're conflating honorableness with honesty.
That's exactly the problem.
Some may say it's noble to lie in certain circumstances.
But when you're stealing a house, that's not one of them.
No, but the definition of honesty isn't subjective to Jack situation.
I don't think a noble lie qualifies as honesty.
Isn't
as a matter of fact, the definition of honesty doesn't have fuck all to do with Jack or his house.
The noble
actually,
lie
when you
is
think about it,
actually quite ignoble. It's like the lie for the masses because they're too stupid to handle the truth.
Yeah, that was Plato. And the noble lies we tell ourselves every day, too.
I'm more of a radical honesty type of person.
I am too. I'm not.
I don't think it's necessarily any virtue in it. That's like
Santa Claus is a form.
I'm not honorable. I would definitely steal a house from somebody if I could.
Hey,
would you tell them up
Claus
front, or
alone.
would you fake them out like Jack did?
Say the first half of your
Would
question
you tell
again.
them up front, or well, you couldn't tell them up front if you said
Yeah, you
no,
can't
I'm
tell
not
them
gonna
up
do it,
front.
They wouldn't give you the house in the first place. So
yeah, if I thought it would work and I could get away with it, and all I
you
had
would
to do
have
was
no problem pretending
stealing-
to vacate a house at a certain time and squatting afterwards.
Stealing
If
a
it got
house
to-
is one thing. Stealing a house and then claiming virtue while doing it is an entirely different ballgame.
Yes.
That's
my point.
That could be dishonest.
That's just plain like insane. That's crazy. MoOse
I mean,
is still snacking on whatever he didn't finish before the walk.
Honestly,
the walk.
Wrong. I went because I went on the walk, right?
You let
And
your
I went
ramen
without
get
bitching.
soggy?
You know what I got?
Huh.
I got MoOse cheesecake. World
Oh,
famous MoOse. You walk in, all there is
never heard of it.
refrigerators. There's no one there to harass you.
Can you drop this guy off panel?
So good. So good, MoOse.
Maybe they could spot.
Oh, but look at it's in a plastic container. What the hell?
Shut up, Chuck.
You're gonna kill the world.
Kill the world.
MoOse is killing the world.
But you know what? This is sea salt caramel truffle. And
That's
my
disgusting.
wife
Yeah,
got
keep it
blueberry
together.
cheesecake. And then
Jeff,
I
you don't
also
even like
got a
cheesecake.
whoopie pie with cheesecake in the middle. And that was pretty bomb. I already ate that on the way home.
So-
What the hell's a whoopie pie?
Sorry to make you guys yeah.
At my
I know
aunt's
what a whoopie
wedding
pie
this
is, I think.
weekend, she had cheesecake, and one of the cheesecakes was a dairy-free, sugar-free, preservative-free blueberry cheesecake. Now, I ask you, if there's no dairy or sugar in a cheesecake, what the fuck are you making it out of?
It's not
Exactly.
cheesecake. It's some kind of dessert treat. You know,
It's like sculpted
Artificial.
pesticides.
Yep.
It's like Planned Parenthood for ingredients lists.
Huh? Where'd that hunk of wisdom fall from?
Sorry, my
Lanza.
meds haven't evened out yet.
Lanza has these complete thoughts that he's worked out, but he just drops the completed thought on people, and it makes the rest of us scramble sometimes. Like, wait, how the fuck did you get here? It's like, man, Lanza's been chewing on
kinda
that
true.
bitch for a
I
minute.
don't. I love it. I don't scramble.
I've never
I
heard
love
somebody
You
say it
know,
like that. It's actually
all you
pretty
got to
true.
do is trust in Jesus and love.
praise God.
And then
Live
you don't have to
without
pay for
fear.
anything. You don't have to pay your mortgage.
It's.
You
I
can-
think it's easier to drop a finished
I don't think
thought
you have
and
to.
then like field the questions after
Yeah.
than like try to make that understood from the bottom up somehow.
Yeah, it wasn't a criticism or a compliment.
No,
it was
I
just
know,
an
I know.
observation.
I appreciate it actually.
There's really no other way to get that conversation going with most people.
I mean,
Well, I miss the thought itself now.
how do you feel about a guru who talks about wanting to end wars and suffering, but at home
I don't
he's
have any
suffering,
wars or suffering
and he
going
has
on.
wars
You mean in
in
the
his own
U.S. at
house?
home?
No, I'm talking about Talcott.
Oh.
He needs to work on creating peace in his own life before he can extrapolate outward.
I mean, you saw him
Yes.
throw me out for one word yesterday.
For praise God.
Two words.
Of all the things to throw a motherfucker out for, how's it going to be praise God?
Yep.
Ain't right. Just ain't right.
Do nothing and get everything. Yep.
See, that's what you're upset about.
I'm actually upset that MoOse is eating cheesecake, and I'm not.
Doesn't
Like,
bother
for
me.
real. And Katie's gone. Katie
I
went
think
to
it does.
track meet. Like, I'm going to be stuck like this for a few hours.
I think that's why you hate watching.
This cheesecake is so good. It
I
melts in your
truly
mouth.
am sitting here glaring at MoOse right now.
There's like one thing closer to being is amazing to this
Flo,
cheesecake.
put the Pope hat on and
Some nice
chain him.
vagina.
Honestly, I just had some really good cheesecake 2 days ago. Otherwise, I'd probably be pretty mad right now too.
2 days is. I had good cheesecake 2 days ago as well.
Why don't you guys make your own?
Like,
I need cheesecake
I'm
more
gonna
than
tell
every
you,
2
though.
days, buddy. I mean, what kind of business is this?
I gotta jump in here. I'm a little angry. I'm a little angry at the prices though. When she first started, they were $4.50. You know, everything was good. Things were going great, and then all of a sudden, Bidenomics hits, and now we're at $8.50 a slice.
Dang.
Yep.
I used to be able to
Yep.
walk in with a 20 spot, get 4 pieces of cheesecake, no problem, leave a tip, everything's cool. Now I get 2 pieces of cheesecake for $20.
Yep.
good. You deserve
Fucking
that.
what is the world coming to, guys?
Well, 6 months ago, I was paying $4.70 for 12-pack of Mountain Dew. I just went
Now
and
you
got
have
one
diabetes.
today, and it's $9.85, something like that, for same 12-pack.
Don't you understand? The company's just pushing you to be healthier.
I love the new MoOse logo. by
I
the way.
mean,
Thank you, sir. And I don't think they're pushing me to be healthier because they're a cheesecake place.
Well, mentally
Cheesecake and
healthier.
fudge
It
and
looks like
whoopie
it's-
pies and carrot
cheesecake
cake.
can have wonderful mental health benefits. I think people should treat
Okay, so
themselves.
what's going on
and
with
take care
Cynthia?
of
Get up here,
themselves.
Cynthia. We got some drama going on.
Yeah,
I gotta hear
Cynthia,
about it.
you came up today. I guess this is panel drama Monday.
Cynthia,
You came up,
how the
your
fuck
name
did I end
up.
up on a panel
And
drama panel?
people are worried about us teaming up, Cynthia. So you and I
Oh,
should
yeah.
talk and get that going as soon
How
as
to
possible.
commit the
Figure out
perfect
what kind
murder.
of threat they're worried about us being.
Here's the way that we stymie Jeff and Cynthia teamed up is we just fire hose them with new information so they get analysis
I love
paralysis.
that stimulates my. I get pleasure out of that. Please fire hose.
I don't want to stimulate you.
Pleasure.
All right. Camera to blush.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Cynthia. So come on up if you're able. We'll get all the drama out. We resolve.
Praise
Provo
God.
and
Praise God.
Denizen and everybody. I think.
I would encourage Cynthia to come up and talk about something that has nothing to do with panel drama.
Oh, no. She's about it.
Ain't gonna
here she
happen.
is. Sorry.
What
I'm all about it,
happened?
Dennis.
Why
I
did
don't know.
they
There
bring it
was
up? Why did
We're
they
trying to make you a drama panel.
something
versus
about you and
powerhouse.
Tarek, and then me and you might team up because we have.
Because you both take notes like creeps.
Yeah, like we have the kind of brain that absorbs information, and if we put that together, the panel verse will never be the same again.
I thought it was because Cynthia's the most likely person to wear the strap on, but
Shut up, MoOse.
Whoa. Oh, damn.
Okay, so they're worried that if we hooked up, if we started working together, we would be a powerful duo. That's not our problem, Jeff. That's their problem.
Y'all heard it here.
Okay.
Straight from the woman
So
herself.
is that what they're worried about, Jeff? Is that it? Or are they worried
Yeah,
about
but have you watched the streams? When are they
Have
not
you
worried about
taken notes
something? Have you
on
seen
Moose's
all the things that they
cheesecake?
worry about?
And who's worried about this? Like I'm in
Yeah,
a good
who's worried?
zone, good frame of mind. I'm ready to make some action.
He's
Make
ready to
that
put
good.
some strawberry sauce on the top of that cheesecake.
Oh, that's right, strawberry sauce.
I think we should put our brains together. Me, you, Chuck.
I feel like
maybe
Moose
even
is like
Tommy,
200
if we
pounds
can
lighter than he
manage.
should be.
Yeah.
We should put all that brain power together and
Yeah.
kick the panelverse up to the next level.
It definitely needs it. It needs it more so than just let's go on panel and argue. Like,
All right, Cynthia, here's what I need from you though. I need you to keep being reactive, but to know that you're playing a bit so that Tarek keeps paying money and you keep fake freaking out, but you're not really freaking out because it's just a grift.
bro, when it comes out that dude's on a terrorist watch list, all of y'all can kiss my ass.
I believe that, Cynthia.
All right. Until then, can we play it my way?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
I have a middle game.
Derek.
I think he already is, Cynthia.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I'm not.
But
Just
probably more than probably two of us on this panel are. And I
On the
just
watch
chose a
list.
number. It's a percentage, right?
Sure,
Like,
I'm
on
on
the-
some kind of-
So, but
I
On
have
the
a feeling
terrorist?
Brown's Boy is on a list.
Brown's boy, I can't.
What is y'all's issue with Brown's boy?
I don't have an issue with Brown's Boy. I just feel
have
like
no issue.
He's an asshole.
He's
Exactly.
he is on a list.
But how much of it is the neurodivergence? Like a lot of neurodivergent people come off.
What
with
the
that.
hell
Get
is
interpreted by-
According to what you said, it's all of it.
Gen X Jeff.
Chuck
all
is a
there is.
fancy way to say
Like-
excuse.
It's like the preferred plebes list.
Anyway,
He's divergent in ways that make him an asshole.
he's manipulating.
Yeah, like calling people an asshole.
I get called an asshole a lot. People like think
Hey,
I'm an
I'm
asshole.
cool with
In fact, growing up, my mom called me that constantly. And
She did?
I never knew what I was doing to give that impression because I wasn't intentionally being an asshole. So I know that people like us, if we don't conform to certain social norms, can get interpreted as asshole.
But did you take
yeah, that's the
did you
definition
take the
of it.
word asshole like a little too literally?
Me?
I'm
I'm not going to dignify that. I'm
He's
sitting here
been-
trying to defend you, and you want to come at me.
That's what I don't
Low
like.
blow.
No.
But manipulation, I'm not cool with that. That'd be my issue.
I got called an asshole like 3 times by Denizen. I don't give a fuck what this guy says, and I just made a joke. Mine was better.
People are manipulative, though. That's one way they get their needs met.
Yeah, if I'm mean to somebody, it's because they're a manipulator, and I don't like it. Like, that's my trigger, manipulators. Like, I can't stand them.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. You think that applies to Lanza?
Yeah.
Nobody's
sure.
ever accused Cynthia of being a manipulator.
How's he manipulated you?
Have they, Flo?
You had a fucking stream titled that.
Oh, yeah, they were saying that. Hang on, where's my notebook?
We were so manipulated. We manipulated her into forgetting about her stream of manipulation.
Yeah, I have
High
it
five,
in
Brown's boy.
my notebook. On that stream, I take notes of every stream. But yeah, I mean, but as long as you don't talk to me or bother me, I'll never bother them either. Like I
haven't seen you bother much.
I can sit on with panels with people I don't like and never speak to them. It's just when they start. Oh, here we go. A manipulator is a person who uses devious means to exploit, control, or otherwise influence others to their advantage.
That sounds like every human I know.
No, but
Isn't that called capitalism?
It's the it was the devious. I had the issue.
Yes.
And then it says devious is showing a skillful use of an underhanded tactics to achieve goals.
Okay.
Right, but
I
underhanded
agree.
just means that you're not being straightforward.
Guys, listen, I don't think any of us disagree with what Cynthia said. I'm just saying, like, I don't mind if Cynthia makes fun of me. I really don't. But, like, to put me in the same category as, like, Apple, who has actual slaves in China and shit, is, like, ridiculous.
Who did
You don't have
that?
any slaves?
Manipulation.
No, it's like, dude, slavery exists. It's like I'm not that bad of a dude to be. I'm actually kind of fun.
Oh
with
yeah,
this
no,
shit.
there's way worse people.
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
that's what I keep telling
wrong
people.
enemy, bro. Wrong
Don't you
enemy.
think that in a way,
Nobody
though, through the
compares
introduction of capitalism, all
Yeah,
of
no
us
one should
have
make an
slaves
enemy out
in
of
China
you.
'cause
You're
we're
not.
all using the product.
You're not that nefarious.
Nobody compared him to that, so I don't know where he got that from. But
Because
he
I
did-
hear you talk about me more than actual slavery going on and shit, like real life stuff. You like get mad and stuff. It's like I
Why
get
would
it, but like I'm
What?
going to remind you.
You're in my face. Like I've never compared you to real life slavery. You're using an underhanded
Exactly. That's the
to
point.
manipulate this conversation, which is exactly the issue. I
And
have.
besides, the slavery that Apple
this
does
is
in
an
China
example of the
benefits Cynthia.
Yeah,
manipulation.
this is an example of it. Like he just took that whole conversation.
Yeah,
and
that
then
whole Hitler guy, that guy was like nothing compared to me.
here we go.
Let me ask you this: would you say the same thing about Hank? Do you think he manipulates?
Okay.
I think Cynthia would fall under the spell of Hitler's beautiful blue eyes.
I think
Yeah.
Cynthia and Brown's boy are both more manipulative than Hank.
So Hank isn't manipulative. He's one of those deviants that hide in plain sight. That people think, oh, Hank's just so funny, but in reality, he's really up to something.
Yeah, I see the Hank you see. I don't know why other people don't see it.
Because
he's not the harmless. Yeah,
he is harmless. I will grant. I do think he's harmless. I
Okay.
think Lanza is harmless too.
It's always harmless until they're not.
What are you worried about?
It's harmless until you got bamboo
I have no
shoots under your
issues with Hank.
fingernails.
I have no issues with Hank.
Hank's probably watching right now. Taking
Laughing,
his own
going,
notes.
yes.
Come on.
well, break down Tarek for us, Cynthia.
I don't get that dude. That dude is like, I'm telling y'all, there's something in his past that makes him either regret what he did or something he's done that he now overcompensates it by trying to call out everybody's negative.
Well, he is.
So
from
he's a
more
human
poor
being.
part of the world, isn't he?
Hang on, there were
He's
two.
from
Well, if he was
Lebanon.
inaccurate before, he's inaccurate now still. So
He's
And
never
he's
called
also keeps saying, I'll tell y'all the real reason I'm here. Like that sounds
But look, he's been saying that for forever. It's what you do when you don't have anything to fall back on. You fall back on something that's mysterious. You can't know yet. You'll know,
yeah,
right?
the threat alone is more.
It's a,
bizarre.
Yeah.
it's a cope.
What's a cope? Like a coping mechanism?
He's coping. He's coping with the fact that he has nothing. He's been called out for nothing. So he goes, "You'll see. Oh, you just wait. There's nothing there. It's just cope for the fact that he's a paper tiger."
Dude, he's coping because he's been a really, really horrible person in the past and is trying to make up for it.
But how do you
using a
it's just
lot of
like
words?
I think
Your
you're giving him
intuition
too much
on you?
credit.
No,
Yeah.
I go off of his words. He uses words like repent. Like he uses a lot of words of
Oh, I see.
he
That's
uses
some,
repent.
that's some
You will learn.
basic linguistic manipulation. Words like
Yeah.
repent
Do we
strike
think that-
resonance with
that
people.
he's
Cynthia.
a linguistic manipulator. Do we think that Tarek's the mind of a linguistic
Cynthia.
manipulator? Flo?
Cynthia, like how many more times do you need to see it proven before like it's just like it's I understand that it's sad, I understand that all these things. It's funny if he like won't change in a way, right? Like it's kind of funny.
You
like
ask
his whole
how many more times I need to see it until it's proven, until what is
It's
proven.
kind of like snafu.
There's way too
like,
many pronouns
stuck
in
in
that
the loop.
sentence.
it's like
Yeah,
it's kind of like what do you
This is what I'm
expect?
talking about, a manipulation. You said
You
how
don't
many
have
more
to,
times do I need to see it until it's proven? Until
you
what
don't
is
have to be a genius to recognize. All he has to do is stumble across the
Whoa.
word repent once and notice the reaction that word
Yeah,
gets over say forgiveness or something, right?
Well, his new word is learn. I'm going to learn
Yep,
you
yep.
or
he just
learn you
stole
or
that,
something.
and that doesn't take any intelligence either. He stole it
What are
straight
you
from
guys talking about?
he stole it straight from Monograph because he saw the reaction that
So
Monograph
when I
got
was
from people.
watching that AI video, one of the things that they said to be on the lookout for AI is they will pick up your phrases. And I've noticed he picks up everybody's phrase, stay in your lane.
Oh, interesting.
So
But
I
humans
started,
do that naturally too, even without AI.
do they?
Yeah,
I picked up
Yeah.
a southern drawl when I
we're
visited my
mimetic
in-laws in
creatures.
Memphis.
We
Yeah.
mimic the people around us.
Hmm.
We pick up phrases, personalities.
People
that's how
even change their
memes and
accent.
mimetics work.
That's insane.
People even change their accent based
Okay,
upon
what
who they're
did you give me
talking
to
to.
prove,
Yeah,
Mom's boy? Oh, I'm sorry.
It was just that, like, I was asking, like, how much proof, like, how many times you want to be disappointed before you just start laughing at it? Like,
Dude,
this guy can't be for real. You know what I mean? Like,
I just want him away from me. But for whatever reason,
What do you
Oh, then
blame
you
him?
should
Why?
definitely stop talking about him
Close
on
to
the
you.
internet. Then that would be step number one.
dude, he follows me to every single page I go.
He doesn't come
Okay,
here.
I'm-
Yes,
not
you did.
here.
Even more important for you to not be talking about him then, because he's following you because you're talking about him.
I'm waiting for him to show up at Triggs. I'm gonna have.
So that's the opposite of what you just said. You're not wanting him to stay away from him. You can't wait until he shows up where you are.
Yeah.
Called fatal attraction.
Exactly. And that y'all think that's funny, but how many times do people get killed because some psychotic fan thought they were their boyfriend or girlfriend and showed up?
I mean, it happens. I don't know how often, but
Not very often. That's
Y'all
why most people can be
I'm
this
pretty
careless
sure
on the
you're
internet and end up
more-
living.
Pretty sure you're in more danger just like driving your car down the street.
But you're safer at the moment because he's under investigation.
I bet he is too. I'm with you on that, Chuck. I'm with you.
And how do we know this?
Just from items he's talked about.
It's because he said
Over the-
so.
Yeah, because he said
Over
so.
the course of time.
But I
Maybe
like
you're,
how,
like maybe the only person who's more skeptical of everything than me.
who? Chuck?
No. Chuck just has fake news.
Yeah, I'm
No,
fake news.
Chuck makes good observation. He just could work on his.
I pay attention. My delivery sucks, but I pay
He can
attention.
just work on
yeah,
time.
he does. Chuck,
Other than that, Chuck's pretty accurate with what he has going.
I'm just not another pretty face in the crowd.
I know you're not.
well, when you shave your beard, we'll see.
Negative.
Page.
Hey, but I do.
Don't let him take your power, Chuck.
We got to see your face.
Oh, that's right. He did have that back and forth with Monograph, and Monograph vetted.
Oh, the video, like they were gonna
Yeah,
fight.
you're right. Can't spell Lou. You're right. Dude, Snaps really doesn't like you in Monograph Flow. He really, really has an issue with that. Have you noticed?
Why do y'all care about what Snap's like? Why is that
Oh,
even?
he's a total being bad.
It's just
Good
weird
Lord.
how angry he
Every
gets.
time I
at-
see him, he goes, "Why are you hanging out with the Pedo and the Pogo clan? Flow State and all them."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were there yesterday, Moose, when he was on Jags.
Yeah, when I got thrown out for nothing, and then everybody blamed me for being an
Well, that
asshole
was
when I didn't do
Parrot.
nothing.
And did you
Parrot
hear
did
their,
that to you.
and did you hear their theory? Moose does that because we're on the brink of something great, and he just doesn't want to about it. So he says something so we can't finish it.
Oh my God, the
Wow.
grandiosity!
And it was Snaps and Tarot.
You were trying to sabotage their greatness. Don't come over here and try that shit, Moose.
But yeah, Flo, I'll keep going over there and let Tarek get angry. But man, Shash, Joe, they
Sabotaging greatness would be like probably just shutting down the show. I mean,
You're holding him
stopping me from shutting the show down would be sabotaging greatness.
Oh, the great doxer. Yeah.
Hey, did y'all see the solar eclipse today?
back.
Yeah,
Chris,
I did.
video of it from earlier. Did you see it?
Yes, it was so bizarre. Ooh, creepy. And my dogs went crazy.
I was about to ask if your animals would.
Yeah, they did, and I was shocked by that too. And I had them in
You
this
didn't,
place.
That's how
you didn't take them
religions are
outside,
formed.
did you?
I'm sorry?
You didn't take them outside, did you?
No. I had them in their
Okay.
covered up so they couldn't even see the light.
Did they sense it still?
Mhm.
Something was weird.
Yeah, they've really been on a warpath today. I think they're trying to do an uprising on me. And then Jeff, let me tell you about how I had to take my medical care into my own hands today.
Oh yeah, advocacy.
So my doctor called me at 8:00 this morning And she's like, hey, we got to talk about your lab results. And so I called her back 4 minutes later. They're like, okay, we'll have somebody call you back. And she never called me back. So I called back an hour later. It's like, listen, y'all are really kind of freaking me out. I need these lab results. What's going on? They're like, hey, yeah, she's kind of busy. We'll have somebody give you a call back. So I waited another hour and I was like, check this out. I'm on my way up there. Y'all are going to give me my results. Right?
I was thinking my chart.
And so I went and got the results. And then the results make no, like, it looks kind of scary, but I don't know what it's saying. And so then I was like, okay, well, you need to have someone call me because I made the lady at the desk print everything up for me. I was like, I don't know what these say, but this lady needs to call me. And I'm trying to be loud, but not be loud because there's patients in the waiting area, right? And so she's like, okay, I promise we're going to have her call you. It's going to be okay. We know you're freaking out. Don't worry. She didn't call for another 2 hours. So now I have an appointment at 7:30 in the morning to see her face to face. And they were like, well, we can't give you an appointment tomorrow. And I explained the situation. I'm like, no, this is an emergency. Like, I need this. But I have to stay on top of her just to get these results. And you have to do this.
Yeah, you are a very educated, proactive consumer. That's good. Who is the appointment with? Who's this lady?
My doctor in the morning
the doctor,
at 7:30.
okay.
Yeah. But I had to make an appointment just to get these
Just to
results.
get
I can't.
So
get,
there was
can't-
like no MA or nurse or anything that could have.
No, nobody would call me back. I tried 4 times today. And this isn't something like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't that important. They'll just call. No, it was important. It's important to me. But I have
Are
to.
you on private
Imagine if
insurance or
being,
state?
I mean, I have insurance through my job. Is that but I pay for it?
Yeah,
that's private.
Oh, well, yeah, that's private.
Okay.
It's not Medicaid.
Imagine you were part of your illness was an inability to stay on top of people and follow up.
The paper said to isolate. And so I'm like, am I even supposed to be out in public? What's happening right now?
Exactly.
Oh, the results at the isolate?
Yeah. And they're like everything, but then there are things that are in red. I've never seen my results in red.
Yeah, if they're going to call you up and rattle your tree, they need to give you some sort of definitive information when they do.
Does my chart have summary? Like where you can go?
Yeah, they
sometimes
have
break
summaries,
down
but
the results.
it's all medical terminology and stuff, So then you can go down the rabbit hole of trying to
Googling all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, you have 24 hours to live according to your own diagnosis.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
That and WebMD.
yeah, you have to be like there has to be communication between a patient and a doctor, especially when it comes to something like this.
My best results are with my chart. Like I send messages through there, and they have a whole team. Like goes to like this message pool, and like a nurse can get it, an MA. So it increases the chance of being seen that somebody's going to see it and respond. And I usually get a response from somebody, usually that day or by the next day.
Really?
Yeah, and if they're not the person, like sometimes they have like an MA triage in the messages, and then they'll respond and say, hey, we got your message. We're going to send it to the doctor, and we'll get back to you. So even that is...
Okay.
As you're pulling your damn hair out, yeah.
Yeah, but so now I have to wait until the morning, and you just
if
have
she's
to
seeing you tomorrow, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty expedited.
Oh, wow. I'm very persuasive when I'm angry.
Well, you do good self-advocacy. Yeah,
But you have to be that way, and I don't even like
supervisor involved too.
Right. Then I'm all like, am I about to write a review? Because then the reviews are good too, a good way.
I do. If I get exceptional service or I have an issue and they resolve it to my satisfaction, I do a lot of times go out of my way to make sure they get credit for that.
My reviews are up in the 5,000s on Google. I take pictures.
Like you've written 5,000 reviews?
No, views, how many people have read my reviews. I take pictures. I write great reviews. I have a story.
Oh, Lord.
I make it sound great. Like the milkshake was just oh, the most tasty. People like them. So, and then I've written reviews that people didn't like, and then they're like, please take this review down. Yeah. But you do have to stay on top of your medical care, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that is the less you stay on top of it, the more potential it has down the road to
Right.
multiply.
Did everybody fall asleep?
I don't know. This is a
Negative.
rare moment where the stream
I'm telling you, they're taking notes. That's what it is.
We're
Well,
taking
Well,
notes.
we can call it a day if y'all want. We've been going 3 hours.
Has it been that long?
I might do some evening. I've started doing evening streams. I think I'm going to do.
That was a
more.
good one the other night.
Oh yeah, what? How are the evening streams going? Are they just
It
like
went good. We went like I don't know 4-5 hours.
It was a
like
good
the
show
same
though.
numbers, the same crowd, general crowd. Everything was just like a regular stream. Because really, like what my goal is, if I can get the funding, is to have a 24-hour stream. It's just always like a drop-in center, community drop-in, and have a little team that keeps it going 24 hours. Or you have to reset after every 11 hours or something.
On YouTube, yeah.
Auntie Dare says, my borderline personality and history with being misdiagnosed over the medicated makes me not trust that doctor. Yeah. Stay like you have to be so proactive about your health.
I don't know if people know. I want to do like maybe a stream on this one day, but there are, as a patient, there are resources and options for people that, because this happens in the medical system all the time, and there's patient advocates, there's patient care. Sometimes they're called patient care team or coordinator or advocates. Your insurance company often has people that can work with you to resolve issues. Sometimes there's ombudsman, either through your local government or through the medical system itself, and there should be a grievance process. Each one, like either through your doctor, your insurance, whatever. So there's many avenues and directions that you can get help from and support if you're struggling with the medical system.
Okay.
And so like doing a stream one day to educate people on all these different options, I think might be helpful, so that you're not like, the more empowered you are as a consumer or a patient, the more you're going to be able to like go in there forearmed to face all of these difficulties. That because I've worked on both sides of the system as a patient and behind as a staff, and I've seen the struggles and challenges that come up, and I've had to help people learn how to navigate and overcome them.
And I think that's the big part, is you get the runaround and you just get so frustrated.
Yeah, but there's
just give up.
No, that's the thing. There are things. That's just it's like a game. That's the first step, and there's so many game moves you can make in response that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah,
and if they know that you know the game and you know what you're doing, they're going to deal with you a lot differently than if you go in there as just a patient at the mercy of the system.
Well, and I also think the reason I was able to get the appointment so quick is because I had made efforts to get these results, and they weren't being met.
And they kept setting expectations with you that they weren't delivering on.
I like that, setting expectations. And keep a book of all your medical history, what medications. So,
Yeah, you got to do your due diligence.
Yeah,
too,
and responsiveness. Response time is a good one. Like if they give you a response time, like we'll get back to you by tomorrow. But if they don't, you can ask.
Right.
And then if they don't, you like jot it down, and then you'll have something to go on if you have to contact them back. Like, look, you told me within 48 hours I would get a response. I didn't hear anything. I'm following up.
But yeah. So, but I mean, I'm so thankful that I had the time, because I don't have to be at work until the afternoon. Like, I'm just thankful that I have this ability to do this, and I understand not everybody does. So,
Yeah, when they tell you to isolate, I mean, they should tell you a
That's
reason.
what I'm saying. It's in red. Isolate. I'm like, wait, what is? And she was looking like the poor lady at the desk was looking at me like, ugh. And I'm like, oh my god, y'all about to make me lose my shit.
Usually, when I do labs, they tell me, here's the lab. They'll have the result in my chart. If there's anything abnormal, we'll also call you.
And they were calling me to tell me that because this is
so they did. They called you to
okay.
say.
So I went one time and then I did labs and then they didn't call me. They said, if we don't call you, it's fine. I went back for the follow-up and they said, okay, something's still going on. We did labs again. And then they called me. I did labs on Friday and then they called me today, but I can't get anybody to anybody. I can't even get anybody to call me back. So this is weird that they've called me. Like they've never called me. And so when I went,
did you talk to them when they called you, or y'all missed each other?
We missed. We missed each other by 3 minutes. I called 3 minutes.
Oh, and you're trying to get them to.
Yeah, I've been
give
trying
them whatever original information they were trying to give you.
Mm-hmm. And they just didn't call me back at all.
I would try sending a message through my chart.
Yeah,
that works pretty good.
I get a lot faster response electronically than I do trying to chase them around on the phone.
I didn't even think about that
because I used to work in doctors' offices, and those messages pile up, and they get to them when they can between patients. And if it gets really busy, those messages can sit there for sometimes a whole day or two before they, because that's a lower priority during the day-to-day operations of the office than the actual patients that are there. So depending on what's going on that day in the office with patients,
and it's a Monday,
hours or even a day or two before you get the phone messages returned.
And it's a Monday. So they probably, but I've had to call them before in the after hours and nobody ever called back there.
Wow, cold. And non-compliant is another one that you'll see, and I hate that word too. Because the patient, like the treatment should be a collaboration between, it shouldn't be the doctor dictating what orders you follow and whether you comply with them or not.
You have to really. Oh.
So a lot of times they'll note a patient is non-compliant if they don't follow what the doctor tells them or take the medicine the doctor wants them to.
I hope so, Praline. I hope they're talking. I don't know.
What is that squealing?
The birds outside my window. The birds outside of my window.
Well, reach out there and shoot them bastards.
Whoa.
Yeah, grab your gun.
I don't think so. I love to hear the birds singing.
Spoken like a true man of God, Chuck.
Yep. Drop them where they sit. Don't have to worry about them.
My dog.
What happened?
We're killing birds.
Birds talking about medical stuff, letting you know Snaps doesn't like you.
Snaps doesn't like me?
You and Monograph. Y'all two seem to be his number one target.
That's because they're besties, you know.
Leave me alone, fucking Snafu Snaps. Why do you keep following me everywhere, Snafu Snaps? Oh wait, I'm me. I'm not Cynthia.
Yeah, that weird. Watch, he just loves it. But hey, if it's making you money, I'm never gonna stop anybody's hustle.
I love it, Cynthia. I wish I could teach you to love it too. You're so good. You're at such a good position that if you could just love it too, like, I think it would open up a world of opportunity.
You remember that story I told about running over the animals and never looking back?
I forgot about it until just now.
I actually think I could do 2 to the head and never look back. Like I've actually visualized it.
I know that you could.
Like I know I could.
Cynthia, I've been saying this since day one. You're the most dangerous person on the metaverse. I don't know why. Like you're just catching up. People are just catching up. People are like, oh, Cynthia might be kind of.
Damn, now I'm scared to eat.
Like I really think I could. Like I really. And I watched my show last night too.
I already know I could. It was never really a question.
But you know, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not saying I could or would. I'm just saying in my dreams I can.
See, the fact I'm not sure which one of us this makes more dangerous, because the fact that you've like thought about it and talked yourself through it, right? Or the fact I'm just like, well, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Like, of
watching
course I
videos
could.
on how to do it.
This is not
I
what
know. I
we're
watched a
flickers of
movie last night about a content creator that met this guy. Well, this guy started sending messages. You're so great. You're so awesome. Right? And then she kind of talked, oh, thank you. But then he took it a little bit more, and then he stalked her and tried to kill her. And it turned out it was this guy that she had given the job to in the midst of everything. And he was like being both people, and it was really him. She was infiltrated from the inside.
Sounds dirty.
It does. It was Lifetime.
Sounds deep.
That's what she said. I feel like Cynthia's internal mental world is more active than mine.
Cynthia's what? Internal what?
Your mental world, the world that you live in mentally, is more active than mine.
Listen, I don't understand. Every day I wake up just so happy, and shit just comes my way every single day. If y'all only knew half of the stuff I was going through. But I always stay positive and upbeat.
You do always stay positive. That's why Jeff is in love with you. That's why we all love you.
It's like there's nothing you can do. Shit's always going to come your way. And you just
Life is a series of problems that need to be fixed.
But then it's just some people want to just be a problem for no reason other than to be a problem.
Like Auntie Dearest.
What is she saying about me?
It
was just a joke. I was just joking.
I promised old Joe I'd quit.
I don't admit how far I'd go, so none of this has anything to do. Like, it's better to surprise people. To have consider premeditated word. I think the worst place to meet somebody romantically is on the internet. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
I've never met anyone on the internet romantically.
I've never met anyone on the internet romantically either. Now, I've met people on the internet and built some really cool friendships, but never.
I've solicited a lot of nudes off the internet.
Yeah.
I reject those. Like, no, thank you.
Well, I mean, if Gen X Jeff sent me a dick pic, I'd reject it, but
I wouldn't send you one.
Why
would I send you one of those?
Whoa.
Hey, Jack Slow.
I solicit more, whatever. Chuck, don't get any ideas.
I think he was asking for one.
No, I'm not attracted to straight guys. I never have been. If they're not gay, I have no interest.
I thought all gay guys were attracted to straight guys. That's what Mr. Pie was
Most of them
alluding to
are. Like,
yesterday.
that was like a status thing. That they call them trade.
Mr. Pie's story was so interesting last night.
Yeah, but I think he's leaving some parts out myself.
What? Was Mr. Pie having
Can you give me the
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He gives off,
Summarize it real quick.
he exudes that vibe. I'm sorry. My gaydar goes off. I'm sorry.
Not with me. I don't
think it goes off. I just think
I think he made his money.
I want to know what his name was. He never said. Like, do they have different dance names like if ladies do?
I don't know.
Me either.
You would know better than I would.
No, I don't go. See,
I think he was
you mean
Cracker
a stage
Jack.
name like Praline Queen?
like a state, like is that how he got Mr. Pie?
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying. Is this how Mr. Pie? Like, what is this? How did this?
And those weren't hands clapping either.
He's been sharing his whole.
Chuck, I told you to keep it in
his
check.
whole self. Mr. Pie been sharing his whole self with the internet for a long time now.
I like Mr. Pie. He's funny.
Yeah, I like Pie. He seems harmless.
And
sometimes I gotta drop him backstage. Like he'll flick his camera on, and I'll see that he's like he'll just bump it for a second, and I'll be like, "Oh, Mr. Pie's naked with his mask on again. Got to drop him backstage."
Or
I
he'll
didn't
get
know.
into the fourth grade
Yeah, that's the kind of
story.
stuff he does. He'll be tripping on mushrooms, the next thing you know, he's running around naked.
Yeah.
It's
Flo has to be like, I think he took them online. Don't do them while you're online.
I know there for a while he was drinking so damn hard it was
There's a direct correlation between how much shrooms Mr. Pie takes and how many times he goes, ooh.
That's a fact.
I can't stand that noise.
That's when my gaydar goes off when he starts doing that.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a lot of feminine energy.
Well, but is it like, don't some men have that? That's not necessarily always gay,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the new men.
There's women with
No.
masculine
Not the
energy
new
that are
men.
not
If you ask Liv,
No.
if you have too much body hair, it makes you trans. So it's
Listen, Liv blew my mind yesterday. Wait, no, that was I-Fi. I keep getting I-Fi and Liv mixed.
I bet I-Fi loves that.
I don't blame you.
first.
I reacted about the same as Jeff just did.
I get them mixed up, and so when it was I-Fi because when I thought it was Liv telling me he had a kid, and I was like, wait, what? Okay.
I-Fi does, supposedly,
Right.
according to him.
So what did
Anyway.
I do to get banned from here?
No,
Oh,
he's not banned. I hit him in the comments one day or timed him out or something.
it's a
He
story
got mad
I
and left, and he
telling.
quit the Discord, and then he told everybody I banned him from the channel. And
Yeah, he started saying he was banned. Yeah.
he was talking over someone and wouldn't let him talk, and I said, I-Fi, let them.
I-Fi would not
So I
do
muted
that.
him for a few seconds, and he rage quit.
Yeah.
And then he went in the Discord and took himself off the Discord. And then it was Chris.
blamed
He started
you.
cursing Chris out in the comments, so I hit him, and he said that he calls that banning. He told everybody I
Every
banned
time
him.
I snap at I-Fi for getting too talky, he then quits.
Yeah,
Well, I-Fi is kind of a lot like Joshua
People.
Jones.
I-Fi doesn't know how to share a panel with 9 other people.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Thought he had something to say.
Damn, nothing else to say about Lib or I-Fi.
I didn't hear what you guys were saying. I was doing stuff. I just showed back up.
Yeah,
Cynthia was talking ish on you.
Yeah,
Good for him. Listen, man, like whatever helps her. I don't know.
No, I think they're doing fine.
You both like Jack. That's why I can't figure out why you don't like each
That's why I
other.
don't want to go to Jack's anymore. It's because it's too weird how
It makes you dirty, don't it?
it's too weird how
he's taking a dark turn.
Yeah, a really, really dark turn.
I've been saying that.
Like he has a lot of people around him that are parasites, and he really put his faith into them, and he doesn't realize they're just parasites. When things go down, they're going to be gone.
Takes one to know one, I think.
What do you mean?
No, I just don't think
not you, Cynthia.
Chuck
not
doesn't
you.
like Jack.
I
very
don't want
much.
to see that.
No, I love Jack.
Yeah,
I've tried to have this. I've called Jack before, but the discussion went south when I crossed the line and struck a nerve with him. And ever since then, I've been on his shit list.
I know, but
Yeah, you can't get off that
everybody
thing.
that crosses his line and touches nerves.
I told
I don't know.
the other night on my panel flow, I told Joe, I was like, you ever heard that term "choose up"? That's a pimpin'.
Nope.
That's a pimpin' term, and I was like, I chose flow.
Who'd you tell that to?
Oh,
Joe, cool.
Oh.
right now, Jack hates Flo. I think he hates Flo more than me
He
now.
hates you the most. Like that's what I'm saying, Flo. Like he doesn't just say bad things about you. Like his tone is angry, his face is angry. Like he's really angry at you.
His eyes turn red. Yeah.
Because I called him for what he is.
Yeah. And that's exactly why he's mad. And he wants you to apologize to him. And it's
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait quite a while.
On how wrong you were, Mr. Flo.
Dude, that was just and that was the moment it was just like, okay, this isn't cool anymore. Like this
Well,
is,
he blamed me for turning Flo, that I turned Flo against him.
He
And
turned
I
Flo
like,
against him when he doxed his son like that.
But
When he doxed his
Flo
son
and
like
Jack
that,
are always against each other. Even on
It-
the same panel, they go hot and
it
cold.
quit
The
being
whole
fun
panel.
for me to play in Jack's gray area when he started doxing his family because they were having a baby. That's fucked.
yeah. And I'm sorry, he was doing nothing more than try to interject himself back into their lives by
He
nefarious means.
forcing his way back in by sending
Yeah.
all of his
Yep.
own trolls over there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Chuck's not the only one who can cut through bullshit. I just am pretty comfortable playing in the gray area, but I was done with gray area at that point.
he's just he's got a lot of parasitic people.
He
around.
is a parasitic person, Cynthia. That's what
He's never dealt with his own issues, let alone anybody else's.
He is probably more parasitic than the parasites he has.
Yep.
You think so?
That's what I was trying to say a while ago, Cynthia.
Yeah, he is the most parasitic. He's parasitic through and through. Look at his whole plan has been for God to blah blah blah, and just nobody helps me. Lots of people have tried to help him. He just needs somebody who will try to help him enough that he can parasite off. He is a
He
parasite.
sits in his house all day, does nothing, and expects everything.
I remember a year ago when it was like garden time. I was out planting gardens and shit. I was like, he was talking about it. He's like, "Oh, I should plant a garden." And I was on him for a few days. I was like, "Did you plant a garden today?" He's like, "No, I just sat around and rubbed my thighs."
You hear my birds, Chuck?
God, that's horrible.
Birds too?
No, those aren't. They just hang outside of my window. I got
Makes my headphones squeal.
They have some doves that live on my patio.
I'd be shooting them damn things.
Whoa.
With one of those rock salt guns.
Hell no, I'm talking about full caliber here, Flo.
I'm pretty sure if you take out a bird with a 12 gauge rock salt, you're gonna take them out.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. Though a 410 with bird shot will work too. They don't call it bird shot for nothing.
I'll pop that motherfucker with a 9mm.
Gosh, y'all, I love birds.
Oh, I hate birds. Like
Really?
I hate birds as pet. They're noisy and they squawk and
These are birds outside of my
someone
window.
out that has a bird as a pet. It's like
I like birds, but I don't think they're pets, really.
I don't mind birds in the trees doing their thing.
You know they can live for 80 years.
I know. I had
They're
a buddy when I
dinosaurs.
was
They're
a
the
kid
closest
whose
relatives
parents
to
had a fucking parrot, and now both of his parents are dead. I wonder which one of his brothers has that parrot.
Yeah, I had a parakeet growing up. You had to change the water and feed it, clean out the cage, put the newspaper in.
Yeah, they shit in their own water.
There was no payoff. It just sat. It didn't do anything. It just sat in a cage.
Except look at you. Yep.
Tweeted.
Parakeets mean something else in Atlanta.
They what?
Never mind.
Here's Lanza drive-by hitting us with his doing a drive-by with his complete thought, throwing it out the window, and then screeting off.
I think he was trying to make a joke. I just didn't get the joke.
Well, it landed with a thud.
But because I didn't know what it was.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You got to go get that shit from Cicero and then bring it down the 105 to never mind.
Is he talking about some P. Diddy shit?
I have no idea. He talks in circles.
All right, I'm gonna drop down for a little bit so I can lay horizontally.
Ain't you aren't you going to go over and see your buddy Jack?
Thanks for.
I don't know that Jack likes me right now. I'll probably panel hop around.
He's gonna like you less after he sees this stream.
Well, I don't know that. It
Jack,
doesn't sound like he could like me.
I'm just the host. I don't know any of this stuff. Your opinions are not
ask
mine.
Snafu how well that shit goes.
I am
over.
worried about you though.
There's going to be a whole new narrative with me and Tarek, which will make you better flow for your income. So I hope it works out well. Jeff, I'm looking forward. Jeff, I'm looking forward to us working together one day.
It'd be like Godzilla and Megalon.
Right, well,
Whoa.
you have a good night, and thank you for letting me come up. And if you go live, I'll see you later tonight.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Cynthia. All right. Since you're closing up, I'll go ahead and jump. Have a good one, Jeff.
Take care, Chuck. See you at the next one. I might do one tonight. God, Denizen, we hardly had anything to say today. What a nice day. I don't even know if you're there. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be here tomorrow, possibly later tonight. See how the day goes. Thanks for watching. Take care. Look, I'm doing shadow puppets. Let me get some invite. I really need to work on my statement.